Feels good to execute some long overdue.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what we're going to see in this match. I just know that if either man has their way, we'll be seeing someone standing tall over a bloody foe.
Well, don't be so sure the winner won't be a bloody mess, too. Cactus Jack may be violence personified, but CM Punk didn't become the best in the world by shying away from getting his hands dirty when the situation calls for it. And in Falls Count Anywhere, you best believe the situation definitely calls for it.
Strong counter from Punk.
Trading counters and reversals back and forth. Hoisted up. Incredible power slam.
Avoided any damage there.
Snapmare takeover. Fist drop. Fans have long awaited this showdown as Punk and Jack's paths have never quite crossed.
Indeed, Corey. Around the time Cactus Jack was winding down his full-time career, CM Punk's career was just beginning. While Cactus did have a brief in-ring return as Mick Foley in 2006, it ended a few months before CM Punk's debut.
And in both of those cases, Father Time had a hand in determining who would be the better competitor. Tonight, we're getting both men in their prime, and I cannot wait to see the destruction that ensues.
And Cactus Jack is just so unpredictable. When you're in the ring with him, you never quite know what he's going to throw at you.
Well, I'd usually counter that you can't let Cactus get the chance to unleash his particular brand of insanity on you, but that's not a realistic possibility here. Punk just needs to do what he can to keep on Cactus and be even more unpredictable, if he can. Relentless violence is Cactus Jack's stock and trade, but it needs to be CM Punk's as well here.
Counters! A Falls Count Anywhere match certainly lends itself to extreme activity. There are no rules that govern how you score said pinfall or submission. We both know Punk and Jack are certainly able to get extreme.
Both men have strong ties to the birthplace of extreme, ECW. CM Punk began his career in WWE as part of the ECW brand, with multiple ECW title reigns to his name. Cactus Jack put the company on the map during its infancy and became a multi-time tag team champion during ECW's heyday.
It's once again an ECW original versus some new blood. Let's see which side prevails this time.
Cactus Jack has nothing but mayhem in mind for his opponent.
Oh, saves us all from having to endure any more of that.
As these two extreme legends brawl, I just have to sit here and appreciate the atmosphere that we are seeing Falls Count Anywhere in one of the most famous arenas in wrestling history.
Indeed, the ECW arena has been where many extreme icons have been created. And in these hallowed halls, two legends are currently doing battle.
Let me correct you there, Michael Cole. I would definitely classify CM Punk as an extreme legend and an icon, but in this arena, Cactus Jack is something more than those things. He's damn near a deity in this building.
Stiff elbow will break that up.
Oh, doing battle on the stage, danger lingering everywhere.
Oh, that gets reversed on CM Punk. Even though Cactus Jack and CM Punk have never faced off from the ring, Punk has had confrontations with Mick Foley in the past. In 2012, Punk brutally attacked. And things backstage are getting quickly out of hand.
Oh, they're done playing nice. They've got some serious aggression that needs to be worked out, and this just might be the best way to do it.
Oh, and he manages to reverse. That holds back Cactus Jack's attack. Jumping neck breaker. Ouch.
Driving that knee deep into the enemy. Impressive awareness from him. Great job refocusing to reverse that.
Jack wards that attack off. In control here with a swinging neck breaker.
Textbook. Heads up, chairs flying. Who knows what's coming next?
My God! Did you hear that chair shot?
And just like that, avoiding surefire disaster.
Arm drag, smart counter to that maneuver.
Punk dodges out in time.
Boom! Thanks for coming. Oh, man.
And targeting the leg there. On a stomp. Oh, taking that hockey stick right to the head.
And he evades sudden, swift, and brutal impact.
What a counter!
Some intimidation tactics from CM Punk. He's doing it.
Going for the pin. Oh, somehow. Oh, he had that scouted. Stiff headbutt.
And he is busted open now. He may need medical attention, and soon. Good Lord, brutally swinging that steel chair.
Boom!
Oh, didn't see that one coming. Headlock. Oh, a cheap shot right above the eye.
Oh, no, I can't imagine what's going to happen next.
I can't wait to find out.
With them fighting on the stage like this, there's no way this is going to end well.
Understatement of the year. Fighting on the stage only leads to disaster, believe me.
Hoisted up. Oh, incredible power slam.
This could be it. This could be the end. And he kicks out of the pin and one.
Not quite enough to put him away.
Arm wringer applied. We're going to crank up the punishment here. Couple of shots to the gut in.
Fighting back, however, punches to the midsection. Oh, Cactus answers back.
And responds with a count. CM Punk hoists his opponent. Got to sleep. Is it the finishing touch Punk needs?
Two. Good Lord. CM Punk just defeated Cactus Jack in the ECW arena. Here is your winner. Folks, I can already warn you, this match will not be for the faint of heart. The war of words between these two men, CM Punk and Cactus Jack, has come and gone, and now it's time for a war of wills, a war of weapons, a war of whatever sadistic machinations have been running through these men's minds.
It does not get more hardcore than the ECW arena, especially when it's Falls Count Anywhere. CM Punk and Cactus Jack, two men who remain stalwart and resolute in their convictions through blood, sweat, and tears.
Smart money's on a whole lot of all three of those things in this match, gentlemen. Cactus will make sure of it. Oh. Fist drop! What a knee lift. Sharp jab and series of strikes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what we're going to see in this match. I just know that if either man has their way, we'll...
No! And averting damage there. When we say high risk, this is the risk we are talking about.
And that could be the moment that changes the whole complexion of this match. And it's CM Punk, Cactus Jack, two absolute narcissists obsessed with their own self-righteous worldviews, who both think the world revolves around them. So tonight, this entire arena belongs to them in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Oh, he flips that around.
As these two extreme legends brawl, I just have to sit here and appreciate the atmosphere that we are seeing Falls Count Anywhere in one of the most famous arenas in wrestling history.
Indeed, the ECW arena has been where many extreme icons have been created. And in these hallowed halls, two legends are currently doing battle. Folks, I can already warn you, this match will not be for the faint of heart. The war of words between these two men, CM Punk and Cactus Jack, has come and gone, and now it's time for a war of wills, a war of weapons, a war of whatever sadistic machinations have been running through these men's minds.
It does not get more hardcore than the ECW arena, especially when it's Falls Count Anywhere. CM Punk and
Flying!
Great in-ring height.
Both athletes showing incredible reflexes here.
Oh, the DDT delivered.
One step ahead there.
One counter met by another.
Oh, target acquired and destroyed. Jack wards that attack off.
Hoisted up. Big power slam.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what we're going to see in this match. I just know that if either man has their way, we'll be seeing someone standing tall over a bloody foe.
Well, don't be so sure the winner won't be a bloody mess, too. Cactus Jack may be violence personified, but CM Punk didn't become the best in the world by shying away from getting his hands dirty when the situation calls for it. And in Falls Count Anywhere, you best believe the situation definitely calls for it.
Whiplash neckbreaker. Bang! Crucial counter there.
Man.
Snapmare. Fist drop.
Getting out of harm's way.
Huge kick connects. Go. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what we're going to see in this match. I just know that if either man has their way, we'll be seeing someone standing tall over a...
High risk!
Good Lord! Take taking flight.
The next level accuracy needed to hit that move cannot be understated.
And the body control, just amazing athleticism. And it's CM Punk, Cactus Jack, two absolute narcissists obsessed with their own self-righteous worldviews, who both think the world revolves around them. So tonight, this entire arena belongs to them in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Oh, man.
And it's Cactus Jack with the reversal. And Cactus Jack is just so unpredictable. When you're in the ring with him, you never quite know what he's going to throw at you.
Well, I've usually countered that you can't let Cactus get the chance to unleash his particular brand of insanity on you, but that's not a realistic possibility here. Punk just needs to do what he can to keep on Cactus and be even more unpredictable, if he can. Relentless violence is Cactus Jack's stock and trade, but it needs to be CM Punk's as well here.
Coming back from the outside now. Moves from the ring to the outside.
Fans have long awaited this showdown, as Punk and Jack's paths have never quite crossed.
Indeed, Corey. Around the time Cactus Jack was winding down his full-time career, CM Punk's career was just beginning. While Cactus did have a brief in-ring return as Mick Foley in 2006, it ended a few months before CM Punk's debut.
And in both of those cases, Father Time had a hand in...
What happens next is anyone's guess. I can't wait to see. Hooked up and backdrop suplex.
Got out of the way of that one.
Snapmare. Ooh, fist drop.
He saw that one coming. Punk sidesteps out of that. Reversals, reversals, and more reversals.
Face first. Setting up.
The Koji clutch. And wait. Cactus Jack saying not so fast. Escaping the submission hold here.
Turns that in his favor. Spin kick to the midsection.
Punk peppering his opponent with attacks. Uranagi into the Anaconda Vice.
A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it. What a hit from Jack.
Meter on the rocks. Oh, God. Right to the cranium.
And able to evade the offense.
Nah, just like that, he's busted wide open.
Opening up the floodgates.
He's able to dodge that one in time.
Snapmare. Fist drop. Oh, boom. What a shot. Swinging that damn steel chair without a care in the world.
Just a brazen challenge, trying to provoke an incredibly rash reaction. Throwing down the proverbial gauntlet. Where is this going to go next?
Punk sidesteps out of that. Just clubbing down.
Oh, steel chairs aren't supposed to bend that way. Bionic elbow to the crown of the skull.
What happens next is anyone's guess. I can't wait to see. And nothing good has ever come from fighting up on the stage.
And a bionic elbow. No way.
Through the air. And connects.
Throwing absolute caution to the wind there, and it paid off big time.
And now gets tossed into the ring. Both of these men known for their expertise in match types like this. But CM Punk and Cactus Jack approach a Falls Count Anywhere situation with differing skill sets. Wouldn't you say, Corey?
Absolutely, Cole. Punk's an amazing striker with great submission skills. With fewer rules to restrain him, I expect Punk to be even more brutal with his strikes and grappling. But Cactus Jack can take a beating and will never quit, especially in a match like this. So it all comes down to whether Jack can absorb all this damage and fight back, or if CM Punk will find the rarely seen breaking point for the Extreme Icon.
Thwarts the move by throwing an elbow into the midsection.
Cactus Jack looking for the double arm DDT. Jack might have this wrapped up.
And right into the cover.
Might end this.
What in the world? You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk will always find a way to survive and continue fighting.
What's the tally on how many times we thought this match was coming to an end? I can't count anymore.
Violent artistry, courtesy of Cactus Jack and CM Punk. That's what this bloodthirsty crowd clearly wanted. And now, that is exactly what they are getting. At both of these men's expenses, physically and mentally.
Oh, Jack caught by the counter.
Propping him up in the corner.
Cactus Jack calling on the WWE Universe to fuel him.
Turns it around. He's locked up here. Clothesline.
He's getting back to his feet, but is there fight left?
Check out the springboard. Taking off from the ropes. And guys, Cactus may finally be at that point. He's taken on so much brutal offense, Punk may have victory in hand.
Nicely.
Cactus Jack looking for the double arm DDT.
That could be Punk's demise.
That might have done it. This could be it. 2 count. No way. No way.
You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk will always find a way to survive and continue fighting.
And there needs to be a refocus now. That was the moment that could have ended things. A moment that's being replayed in their heads right now. Check out the springboard. Caught with a lariat. Looking vulnerable now, guys.
Back and forth, neither Punk nor Cactus Jack relenting. Talk about an absolute battle.
A battle of wills with both of these men showing the ultimate willpower. Just an...
Cactus Jack looking for the double arm DDT. That's it. No way to endure that again.
Here we go. Cover. 2 count.
Cactus Jack once again thriving in the land of extreme.
Here is your winner, Cactus Jack standing tall in the ECW arena. He and CM Punk just went to war.
One can only imagine how satisfied Cactus Jack must be with both the violence he just inflicted on Punk and the violence that Punk just inflicted on him. I imagine that for Cactus Jack, this win is just the icing on a particularly violent cake.
And for Punk...
Oh man, that was wild. The results don't even matter when you're in the ring facing legends in matches you never thought possible. A win, a loss, come on. It's about the moment here, and what a moment that was. Now that I got my ECW experience taken care of, I have my sights set on a man that many consider my dream opponent. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Despite our glaring differences, there's a lot of similarities between us. Give us a microphone and watch us captivate the audience.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
We do not back down from anybody, always ready to fight. Talking trash on an Attitude Era Raw against a prime Rattlesnake simply wasn't in the cards for my career, but at least with slingshot technology, I can make this match happen. All the respect in the world to Steve and every single achievement in his career, but trust that I'm going to bring the fight to him in a no-holds-barred match the second the bell rings. Austin wants to brawl all over the place? He wants weapons? Sounds good to me. Hell, I'm all for it after that fight with Cactus Jack. I've even got a special place in mind. A special arena in Chicago where we can have this all take place. Are you going to back me up and try to take down Stone Cold? Or do you think Steve Austin has my number? No matter what you choose, I'm going to do my best to take the head off the snake.
Son, you're looking at the best there is.
The best in the world, CM Punk.
Ready to try his hand at clobbering a rattlesnake.
CM Punk has been in many epic battles, fought some of the all-time greats, but he's never faced a challenge like the Texas Rattlesnake.
But that's exactly what Punk came here for. He's not looking for a night off. Punk wants to test himself against a man who he thinks is one of the best to ever put on a pair of boots. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, but we'll see how Punk feels when those boots are stomping a mud hole in his chest.
CM Punk looks ready for this. I might even go so far as to say excited.
Well, it's not every day you get to tangle with a legend. Punk's dreamed of this chance to stare down Steve Austin. The Texas Rattlesnake is here, looking to hunt down CM Punk.
From Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Steve Austin looks ready for a fight.
And he looks even more ready to teach CM Punk a lesson.
CM Punk wanted this. He wanted his shot against Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Well, you get what you ask for, Punk. A tall, cold can of whoop ass is about to be opened up in that ring. Stone Cold Steve Austin and CM Punk are two of the most defiant, anti-authority, rebellious, irritable men we've ever had the pleasure of watching in the ring. But tonight, we find out who is the toughest SOB of them all.
Yeah, a lot of common ground between these two. Surely a lot of mutual respect and admiration, but Austin and Punk couldn't help but ask themselves, who's the better man? Bell to bell.
And now we get the privilege of watching them work out the answer here in the ring in what promises to be a chaotic, no-holds-barred match.
Countered right when it was needed. Two men fighting right now that could not be any different when it comes to their backgrounds. Punk has often been a straight-edge antagonist, and Austin is forever known as a beer-swilling hero.
Yeah, these two would probably never hit the town together after a match, but there are so many other elements of their personalities that completely align. Both Punk and Austin are steadfast in their beliefs. They both love to fight more than anything and stand tall as icons of their respective eras.
It's almost like if they weren't so stubborn, they'd make the perfect tag team.
What's something Punk has to really take into consideration facing off against old Stone Cold?
Punk has to realize that he can't count as much on his toughness here tonight as usual. Punk's a resilient guy, but Austin's offense can stop anyone dead in their tracks and have them begging for mercy. Punk might want to stay elusive and give Stone Cold the run.
Table launch right at their opponent. Stone Cold reverses. Over a decade ago, these two men sat together for a very intense confrontation. During that interview, CM Punk claimed he would have thrived during Steve Austin's era, just as he did today.
Punk also claimed that there were more sharks in the water during the Attitude Era than during Punk's heyday. Now, I take some umbrage to that since I was in the water during that era, but I get where Punk is coming from. Punk is a man who rises to the level of the competition. He's risen to it when facing the likes of John Cena and The Rock, and he can do so when facing another Mount Rushmore talent like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He's setting this table up, and guys, someone's about to have a really bad night. He gets back into the ring.
Setting up the table here. Who knows what he has planned?
Inside cradle. Oh, look at this small package. Gets the shoulder up. Wow. What's it going to take?
Frankly, he should have known that wasn't enough.
The other getting pummeled. Something we've discussed before is that Punk represents the best of the modern era, and Austin the best of the Attitude Era. Both men have proven they can hang with the others' contemporaries.
You're right about that, Cole. Who can forget when Austin came out of retirement and defeated Kevin Owens in a main event battle at WrestleMania 38, which was also a no-holds-barred match, I might add.
That was definitely impressive, guys, but look at the list of competitors that Punk has stood toe-to-toe with in the ring. Kane, Triple H, The Rock, and The Undertaker. Some of them he beat, some of them he didn't, but what's undeniable is that Punk is not fazed whatsoever by the legend that accompanies the biggest names of the Attitude Era. Able to steer clear of danger there.
When asked about the locker room of Punk's prime, Steve Austin, and Punk, shoulders down! And he easily stops the ref's count.
Starting to see the tolls of this match add up.
Turns that back on CM Punk.
This is a moment you don't often see from CM Punk. The fight is leaving his body as Austin continues his assault. Punk avoids the attack.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Things now not going well for CM Punk.
Punk has no answer for Austin's pure aggression right here.
He's able to reverse it. Austin is going to look to press on the advantage.
The Rattlesnake got played around with for too long. Now he wants to open a can.
When asked about facing CM Punk, Austin claimed that he would push and prod to get the best out of Punk, to give Punk an even bigger mean streak than ever.
I'm not so sure that's humanly possible given the depths we've seen Punk sink to in order to secure a win, but I do not doubt the words of the Rattlesnake. When you're in the ring against Austin, you have to be at your best, and CM Punk will certainly need to compete at his highest level to date in order to secure a win.
A great display of confidence, but he doesn't want to give his opponent added motivation.
Sharp blow to the neck.
Stone Cold has taken command.
Austin is just stomping Punk down without any hesitation. A truly rough blow to the head, and it seems to be the main target here.
Big clothesline.
Differing in-ring styles from these two men. Punk is methodical with his strikes and submissions, while Austin prefers to brawl as soon as the bell rings. That seemingly favors the rattlesnake, doesn't it?
Look, nobody's going to bet against Austin in a no-holds-barred match. You think a man with an extensive MMA background like Punk doesn't know a few illegal moves that are normally grounds for disqualification? Well, tonight he's got them in his back pocket to snare an unsuspecting rattlesnake.
Batter up indeed. He's ready to call his shot now.
Ooh, that caught with a punch to the face.
Reciprocating the initial reversal.
Oh, God. And attacking the body here could be a smart strategy.
Boom, swinging that like the Bambino.
Austin with a Thez press. Now rapid fire rights from the rattlesnake.
Thez press and unloading with punches.
Stone Cold showing Punk just how mean he can be.
I expected this match to be hellacious, but Punk and Austin are truly outdoing themselves.
Yeah, this is a level of intensity we do not often get to see.
Not sure if he should waste all his time hot-dogging around. Ooh, did you hear that thud from the back connecting with flesh and bone? Bam! I don't know if Punk can withstand much more of this.
Austin 316 putting a whooping on Punk.
Saw it coming and counters it.
He wriggles out of... Uh-oh! Quick, Punk now with a quick duck under and a Uranagi converts it into the Anaconda Vice.
Wrenching the submission even tighter. We could see him tap at any moment now.
Yeah, he...
Oh, a couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it. Fires back with a crucial elbow.
We're seeing more offense directed toward the head.
Kick, wow! Stop! Austin got all of it.
The Texas Rattlesnake's humming now.
Punk needs to find a way to reverse his fortunes.
Stone Cold not even a little close to backing down here.
Punk avoids the attack. But Punk in the Austin going big.
Stunner by the Rattlesnake.
Will that kick? Wow!
Stone Cold stunner.
Once again going
Makes the
all out.
2 count.
There is that legendary fighting spirit of Punk on full display.
And Austin is in a state of disbelief. Thought he had this match in hand, but it will continue. Incredible. Austin able to slip out of the pin late in this one.
This match has been incredible. And lucky for us, it still continues.
When you're in an atmosphere like this, when you can't hear yourself think because the crowd's so loud, you find a way to do superhuman things. That's what these combatants are doing here.
Sharp elbow to the gut turns that one around.
Good reflexes from him there.
And that was an efficient form of offense with that move.
Good Lord, brutally swinging that steel chair.
Momentum is running away from Punk.
Austin cashing in on his opportunities.
Thez press and then
Thez press, raining down right hands. Austin doing what he does best, opening up a can of you-know-what. Put into the corner, what could be next?
CM Punk stopped that in its tracks.
Oof, running knee in the corner.
What energy in the arena tonight. Kicks right to the midsection. Opponent dropped in the corner.
Stopping a mud hole in the opposite position.
With every move he makes, you can see the pain wash over his face.
Yeah, his torso has been the focus all night, and hopefully there's nothing major to be concerned about.
Blocked the effort and cut them off with a shot to the gut.
Trading counters here.
Austin going big. Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone! Stone Cold comes out on top. CM Punk has been defeated.
Here is your winner, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Still the toughest, meanest SOB around. Even CM Punk couldn't get the better of him.
Just goes to show what a singular talent Austin is. CM Punk might be the best in the world. He might be tough as nails. But the Texas Rattlesnake is just a different kind of animal.
You got that right.
I have one last personal dream match that I'd like to make happen. And since I'm the one controlling the fancy fantasy time travel computer today, it's exactly what we're gonna do. He dominated the cruiserweight scene in WCW, then joined WWE, where he'd capture European, Intercontinental, and Tag Team Championships in short order. Eddie Guerrero was pure magic in the ring. And while I was still on the indie circuit, I watched Eddie return to WWE using his Latino heat to do the unthinkable. Capture the WWE Championship.
Eddie to the top rope! Frog splash! Frog splash!
Lying, cheating, and stealing his way to the top was the only way Eddie knew how to get things done, and the fans loved him for it. I always hoped that when the day came that I signed with WWE, I'd have the opportunity to perform with Eddie once again. But for now, we'll let Slingshot Tech make the impossible possible. Just like my matches against Cactus Jack and Stone Cold, who you choose is on you. No matter who you choose and no matter what happens in the ring, we're still cool. And Eddie Guerrero will forever be loved and missed. Viva Lo Asa, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a match many thought we would never see. Eddie Guerrero versus CM Punk.
Just listen to this ovation for the Second City Saint.
CM Punk just soaking it in, feeding off his hometown crowd.
This is what Eddie knew he was walking into tonight. The loudest, most passionate ovation you may hear all year.
Yeah, Cole, but Eddie also knows you don't wrestle a crowd. Punk may be feeling invincible right now, but once that bell rings, it's just him and Eddie.
And when you face Eddie Guerrero, things get very real very fast.
This is an emotional matchup for CM Punk, and you better believe Eddie knows that already. These two briefly crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of respect between the two of them right now, but once the bell rings, I expect that to all go out the window.
Latino Heat!
From El Paso, Texas,
Just look at that smirk on Eddie's face. He's eating this up, not being intimidated by all the noise, not being intimidated by Punk.
Eddie can match Punk with his technical ability, he can match him with his mental game, and he can match him on pure fighting spirit. And once upon a time, when they met in the ring before WWE, Eddie had the experience. You have to wonder if Eddie can exploit that and make Punk once again feel like a rookie.
You have to think that Eddie would love nothing more than to take the win from Punk here in front of his home crowd.
Yeah, Cole, but whenever CM Punk is in Chicago, he fights like a man absolutely possessed.
CM Punk squaring off against Eddie Guerrero. And just listen to this crowd here in Chicago.
They are feeling the heat indeed. The ring psychology we're about to witness from these two is something that will be studied for years.
Two men who met decades ago before either one reached their heights, but now Punk and Eddie are so evenly matched.
He left himself wide open. Big mistake.
CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero had a few matches with one another in 2002, which was less than 5 years removed from Punk's in-ring debut. Only 3 years from when he decided to pursue, looking for the quick pin. Beautiful. Might sneak one.
Well, how the turntables. Maybe just looking to send a message, give a preview of how this all ends.
Oh, man. That's that vintage Guerrero cockiness.
Breathtaking head scissor takedown. Check out the springboard. Massive miscalculation on that one. CM Punk has an in-ring IQ that's second to none. But I wonder if even he can plan for a man who immortalized the phrase lie, cheat, and steal.
Corey, let's not discount that Punk has shown he can be underhanded as well. But
from the heavens.
Oh, and nobody's there. Guerrero averts the attack.
Oh, what a drop kick. A non-stop assault from Guerrero here.
Right now it's looking like Punk is struggling to compete with Eddie's in-ring IQ.
Maybe looking for a powerbomb here.
But right hands create separation and an escape.
The head scissor takedown. Outside of... Uh-oh! What a cross body!
A roll of the dice and it pays off in full.
From the top! You gotta be kidding me!
A true sight to behold, only made better by that picture-perfect landing.
Taking things to the outside, but gotta make sure to heed the officials' count. And are you kidding me?
From the top. Whoa, look out.
However much you think that hurt, I promise you it was way worse.
Flying ringside with pinpoint accuracy. Again? He's making the climb again? I can't believe this.
Incoming!
Oh, ended up getting caught up in the air.
I know CM Punk, and the man was always confident that he'd reach the mountaintop in WWE. But starting his career, guys his size weren't considered main event talent.
Seeing a guy like Eddie Guerrero, who once competed as a cruiserweight, take on and topple giants of this industry and win top titles in the biggest main events, well, that had to inspire Punk.
It definitely does, Wade, but don't think for a second that the respect Punk has for Eddie taking flight.
Missile drop kick.
He's going back for more. How much stamina does he have? From the sky.
Oh, gets caught up in a bad position.
Picture perfect example for when you just want to put someone down with authority.
Shoving him into the corner now. Oh, just claw face.
Counters to gain the advantage.
Quick maneuvering, managing to avoid that bit of offense.
Taking heavy fire in the corner in the form of a series of clotheslines. And driven down in a... There it is. He can end it here.
Gets the shoulder up.
He's able to fight off the pin attempts, but it's clearly getting more difficult to do so.
Breathtaking head scissor takedown.
A quick roll out of the ring. He's clearly looking to regain his composure here.
Looking to get airborne here.
Stalking from above. Up high.
Oh, man, he landed rough there.
Boom! Backdrop suplex.
What a high angle right across the shoulders.
From above.
Blast off.
Oh, huge miss right there. What power. And Punk has got to feel like he did back when he was a rookie. He still doesn't know how to handle Latino heat.
Sky high.
Missile drop kick.
A strong head scissors application. And now the elbows. Vicious. Eddie up top.
From above.
Taking flight. Missile drop kick finds its mark.
I don't know if Punk can withstand much more of this.
Right now, it looks like CM Punk is wilting to the intensity of Latino heat.
And it's the ref who takes a hit there.
Things might be getting a little out of control.
Suplex. And he's leaving the ring for the moment. And now he's back into the ring. He pulls off the river. CM Punk looking to put his opponent away on his shoulders.
Good night, GTS.
Shoulders
no
down.
way Eddie's coming back from that.
I don't believe it. Incredible resilience on display.
CM Punk thought that was enough. We thought that was enough, but somehow it didn't earn the 3 count.
And that failed to hit the mark.
Drop kick. Guerrero making clear he has his number.
Cha-ching! Step up enziguri. And that prevents Eddie's attack. Boom! Kick.
He's got to be rocked after taking yet another blow to the head.
Check out the springboard. Oh, big mistake, and that error could be costly.
They are feeding off the WWE fans, now pinning the arm down and
a series of vicious stomps.
Punk wasting no motion on the counter.
And he manages to escape just in the nick of time.
Oh, God, brutal chop block.
And Latino heat is really dialed in right now.
Guerrero's bouncing the opposition around like a lowrider.
Eddie's got Punk seeing more stars than on the Chicago. On the top! Oh, got the knees up just in time. Nice movement from Punk, and the Uranagi connects. And now, an Anaconda couldn't take it anymore, has to tap.
Here is your winner.
Two of the biggest personalities in WWE colliding here tonight in Chicago. This might be the biggest match of the year.
You can tell there's a lot of respect between Punk and Eddie. Punk idolized Eddie as a teenager, and then the two crossed paths before Punk joined WWE. But even with that mutual respect, I expect the rules to be tested tonight.
Oh, we know Eddie will do that, and Punk has shown he'll adapt when necessary. But at the end of the night in Chicago, only one of them will stand tall.
Not even close.
And able to skirt around that attack.
CM Punk, Eddie Guerrero, two of the best to ever do it in that ring. They've crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Indeed, Cole. These two men engaged in multiple battles on the independent circuit during Eddie's brief time away from WWE when Punk was still an in-ring rookie. Punk's raw skills at that point sharpened Eddie enough for Eddie to return to WWE and become a world champion.
But now Punk has the skills and in-ring knowledge that equals that of Latino Heat. So you better believe Punk is determined to prove he's the better competitor tonight. Two men that are...
And he's going for the pin. And he breaks the count quickly.
Somehow not letting the ref get to two here.
Punk never saw that coming. You know, so often when we have these dream matches, there's some sort of stipulation involved. But for Eddie and Punk, tonight's a pure wrestling match.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes, both men are known to lie, cheat, and steal, but there's an art form to doing so within the limits of the rulebook. Plus, even though both men have lived in the land of extreme, I have a feeling both men will fight with honor tonight. Right to the kidneys from behind. Latino Heat bringing a bit of a simmer to CM Punk as he starts to register some attacks.
Leaning him against the turnbuckle right here. A rake of the face.
CM Punk is in a distressing spot.
Right now, it's looking like Punk is struggling to compete with Eddie's in-ring IQ.
Outside of WWE, Punk and Eddie have had a handful of matches. But when it comes to singles bouts, the record between these men is tied at 1 win apiece, with a time limit draw as well.
You cannot ask for a... Oh, look out!
Spotty!
Making a splash on the outside with a truly reckless attack.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring. Climbing to the top. What's he thinking? Soaring. Crashing to the floor.
I don't know why on earth you would risk that at this point in the match.
He'll make his way to the ring.
I know CM Punk, and the man was always confident that he'd reach the mountaintop in WWE. But starting his career, guys his size weren't considered main event talent.
Seeing a guy like Eddie Guerrero, who once competed as a cruiserweight, take on and topple giants of this industry.
Punk's got the Anaconda Vice in.
Cinching in the Anaconda Vice submission.
That's hooked in deep. Is he going to tap?
Kneeing his way out. And he's free.
Turns the tables with an elbow to the gut. Boom!
Eddie Guerrero firing up on the assault.
Right now, it looks like CM Punk is wilting to the intensity of Latino Heat.
Watch out!
Oh, my! Guerrero setting his sights on the opposition.
This is a man possessed.
Watch out.
Oh, the high risk gave no reward there.
CM Punk has an in-ring IQ that's second to none. But I wonder if even he can plan for a man who immortalized the phrase, lie, cheat, and steal.
Corey, let's not discount that Punk has shown he can be underhanded as well. But something we know about Eddie is that he knows when to dig even deeper into his bag of tricks when facing a more seasoned opponent.
Here we go.
Oh, what a quick answer. He's able to break through with an attack of his own.
But Punk has to push now while the window's open.
Sent into the corner.
Boom, right in the chest.
Momentum is running away from Punk.
Guerrero with a systematic attack.
He's rising to his feet in a perilous situation. Check out the springboard.
Ducks out of harm's way.
He's preparing for something.
Emphatic fall away there. And now heading back inside the ring. Beautiful. Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
Oh, man, he has that insatiable look in his eyes.
Check out the springboard.
The springboard attack fails to land.
From the top. Double axe handle connects.
And another climb. He's making a statement here.
Wants to finish this.
Up high.
Missile drop kick.
Consecutive high-risk maneuvers, and the pace of this match has certainly picked up.
From above.
Look out. Missile drop kick finds its mark.
A helter-skelter attitude here, getting to the bottom and going back to the top again and again.
The ref's down, and that's never a good sign.
If you're going to break any rules, I suggest you do it now.
Drop kick.
Over the top and lands awkwardly outside.
And this one's taken to the outside.
You know he's looking to dish out some serious pain with that kendo stick.
Oh, what a lariat.
Might be time to look for exit strategies, gentlemen.
And a reversal by Guerrero. And Guerrero walks back in the ring.
This athleticism is off the charts.
Sound strategy going after the torso like this, making it extremely hard to breathe with each targeted attack.
Merciless assault.
And he returns. Oh, this should be it. Punk with his opponent up.
Go to sleep. Will that sew this up for Punk? Look at the eyes, piercing daggers right now.
Check out the springboard.
Did you see that? Propelled through the air.
Putting him in the corner for something here.
Tearing at the face.
Punk dumped.
Scoreboard applied to put this one away.
And Eddie immediately kicking out deep into this one.
I'm just as shocked as everyone else, Cole, his opponent included.
CM Punk with the knee lift in the corner.
Into a bulldog.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Whoa. Ruthless chop block. And Eddie pays for leaving an opening.
Time to go for a ride.
Oh, an exploder suplex. Running Hurricane Rana.
from him there.
In the corner, has to find a way out of there.
Gets slammed down. And it's clear that he is in excruciating pain here.
His body truly can't take much more of this. I hope we have met.
On the top! Oh, but he does it better!
Looking for the pin, but was that enough?
2. And they're still in this.
There is that legendary fighting spirit of Punk on full display.
And now Eddie has to shake that outcome off. He has to keep his mind on his opponent. Gets the reversal. What a counter. Counter by CM Punk.
And CM Punk looking for support from the crowd. Uncorked a big punch.
Three amigos coming from Eddie Guerrero. Vintage Guerrero.
Three amigos. Eddie's got Punk seeing more stars than on the Chicago flag after that one.
Latino Heat doing some damage.
And Punk needs to reassess his strategy. From the top.
Frog splash.
Punk's got a problem here. Eddie Guerrero upsetting Punk in his hometown.
Here is your winner,
You can hear how split the arena here in Chicago is right now. Disappointment, their hometown hero lost, and respect for Eddie doing what he does best.
Yeah, and it wasn't for lack of trying. Punk threw everything he had at Guerrero.
Slingshot tech creating matches I only thought could happen in my wildest dreams is pretty awesome. But I see another application that, to this point, has not been attempted. I want to see Slingshot tech show me what could have been, too. One of the questions I get more than anything else is some variant of, what do you think would have happened if you stayed with WWE in 2014? Now we have a perfectly viable tool to at least attempt an answer. Hopefully, Slingshot Tech is up to the task. While I may not know too much about what the future could have held, I do know that Triple H himself, after having sent his corporate goons after me following the Royal Rumble that year, was sizing me up for a matchup at WrestleMania 30. And I do know that if that match actually happened, I would have absolutely humiliated him in front of the world. Now, there's no question in my mind I'd have run right through him. I'd waited years for this chance. After all his tricks during the summer of 2011, bringing in his friends to attack me, using his corporate position to constantly stack the deck against me.
I'm not picking a fight. I'm just saying be careful who you push. Because you know I like to push back.
I was ready to bring it all back to him tenfold. I'd have buried him. But let's see if you can breathe life into my words. WrestleMania 30, CM Punk takes on Triple H. Time to play the game? Well, Hunter, I hope you realize that CM Punk doesn't play.
COO, the next World Heavyweight Champion, the Cerebral Assassin, the most powerful man in WWE, Triple H, is here. CM Punk wanted the game, and CM Punk's got the game. Let this be a lesson. Be careful what you wish for. Triple H is a 13-time world champion. He lives in the spotlight, and CM Punk may be Icarus flying too close to the sun with this challenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on paper, this should be a mismatch. Look at the names that Triple H has competed against at WrestleMania. The Rock and The Undertaker, Batista and Cena and Brock.
Oh, so are you saying that CM Punk has no chance against Triple H tonight? Because Punk's got a nice list of WrestleMania opponents himself.
Absolutely not. Like I said, on paper, it looks like a mismatch, but you can't judge heart and guts. Love him or hate him, CM Punk has heart and guts in spades. It's brought him this far, and you can bet he plans to have it to propel him straight to the main event of WrestleMania tonight.
Well, in this business, plans change, especially when they're up against those plans that are so expertly crafted by a mastermind the likes of the Cerebral Assassin, Triple H.
This is thunderous!
CM Punk may be the voice of the voiceless, but the WWE Universe is making absolutely sure their voices are being heard pretty well right about now.
The cult of personality, CM Punk, prepared for battle against the game, Triple H.
Not to sound like a broken record, but CM Punk has gotten what he wished for. And look at him. He's going to be overwhelmed here. The voice of the voiceless is going to be silenced by the King of Kings. And he'll have no one to blame but himself. What will he say to the voiceless then?
Well, CM Punk's never been at a loss for words, so I doubt he'd start now. The same goes for him being overwhelmed. Punk has always known this is where he belongs since the first time he laced up a pair of wrestling boots.
These are two men who are going to try to tear each other apart.
Tonight, Triple H is not the COO of the WWE. Tonight, he's an ass-kicking machine.
CM Punk, Triple H, set for one-on-one action tonight. The championship main event implications on the other side of this match.
Triple H looking to dash CM Punk's WrestleMania main event dreams, stating that he's only doing what's best for business. Triple H has served as a proper roadblock for Punk this long. Can he continue to do that here tonight?
Wow. Lariat!
And we have to look at Triple H's motives tonight. It's the COO's duty to ensure the best product for everybody and to position the prop
up high. Wow! Cross body! Oh, look at this. Just cranking the head. That's gotta hurt. The game in bad shape right now.
Yeah, Punk clearly hell-bent on putting the game out of commission.
Cuts the attack off. He finally found a way to bring things to a halt here.
You can't push the game that far without getting some retaliation.
Both of these men considered master technicians in their own right. Triple H, of course, loves to play mind games. Loves to get the psychological advantage of. And here we go. Left some reason, he just broke his own submission hold.
Struck with a calf kick.
The seeds of this battle go back to CM Punk's frustrations with the company. Seeing head figures not listen to the people, not give the best in the world his due.
Yeah, and Punk wasn't going to take it anymore. The brass never wanted a guy like CM Punk to succeed. Never wanted to acknowledge his cult of personality. Shoulders down, cover. He's able to kick out before two.
Kicking out there really has to make his opponent question his game plan.
Solid bit of defense on his part there.
And taking it to the game. Punk doing something a lot of people in that locker room want to do.
Oh, she has bad intentions now. Removing the turnbuckle pad. Oh.
Able to slip out of that situation. Punk avoids the attack.
Oh, clothesline.
Capitalizes against the game. Connecting on the DDT.
Punk is locked in on his opponent now.
An elbow will break that up.
Exiting the ring.
He's reaching under the ring for anything useful.
And he doesn't even need to swing that kendo stick that hard to inflict a ton of pain. Ooh! And he's able to avoid that offense. Punk with a running knee to the face. And opponent like a sack of cement drop with a clothesline.
Oh, what an axe handle. And CM Punk is in control.
With this offensive
CM Punk now connects with a Uranagi and textbook CM.
A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it.
Quick thinking right there. Oh!
Crank in the head.
A little cockiness here from Punk.
Triple H getting dismantled here.
Triple H needs to dig deep like he's done so often before.
His manager looking for under the ring. She has no business down there. Brainbuster.
Triple H was waiting on that.
The game showing just a small measure of his disdain towards CM Punk.
Cinching in a waist lock, but right hands.
Big right hand.
Series of counters here. Finds the roll-up.
Rotates out against the cover. This isn't good. He's got bad things in mind. Ouch. Uh-oh.
Denied via a wicked punch to the stomach. Proof these superstars have done their homework.
Right on target.
Another vicious attack to his head.
That's the kind of offense that could ruin your whole balance. Goes low and sweep them right off their feet.
Solid bit of defense on his part there. And Punk clearly ready for a fight here.
This is difficult to watch.
Yeah, every subsequent blow to the head just gets worse and worse. I think they should just call this match and get a doctor in here ASAP.
Triple H counters. Caught the leg. Dragon screw.
Escape just in time.
Sharp chop.
Punk sidesteps out of that.
Put in the corner now.
Oh, an overhand punch.
CM Punk, opponent completely softened up here. What on earth is he cooking up from this position? Oh my! CM Punk! The plunge!
Now CM Punk needs to end this.
Looking to put this one away.
2. Punk did it. Punk's going to the main event of WrestleMania.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
And with this win, CM Punk has punched his ticket to the main event of WrestleMania. Later tonight, vying for the World Heavyweight Championship against Randy Orton and Batista.
Punk can celebrate now, but the worst is yet to come. Main eventing isn't the goal. Winning the main event is.
The best thing about defeating Triple H at WrestleMania 30 is the spot it granted me in its main event later that night. A full 11 years before I'd actually see that dream fulfilled. The worst part? I'd be entering battle at less than 100% against Randy Orton and Batista. Great. Batista had won the 2014 Royal Rumble, locking him into a match with WWE World Heavyweight Champion and my old pal, the Viper himself, Randy Orton. But my match with Triple H came with that added stipulation where the winner would join the match and make it a triple threat. This time, though, I'm going to let you choose who you want to control. Would Randy Orton have walked out of his matchup still on top? Would Batista unleash the animal within for another dominant victory? Or would that kid from Chicago shock the world and win 2 matches at WrestleMania against 3 of WWE's most dominant and imposing figures? I don't know for sure what will happen, but I do know what I'd like to see. Well, what is it that you want to see when CM Punk takes on Randy Orton and Batista in the main event of WrestleMania 30?
The following contest is a triple threat match and is for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
The Apex Predator, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Randy Orton.
Introducing the champion from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 245 pounds. He is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Orton has been at the absolute top of his game lately, but even that might not be enough in a triple threat match against Batista and CM Punk.
But a wounded CM Punk who has already competed tonight. Still, that's a lot of variables on the grandest stage of them all for a champion trying to keep a hold of his title.
I'm sure Orton has no intention of losing tonight. A menacing look on the face of the Viper, Randy Orton. The winner of the 2014 Royal Rumble. Batista.
And introducing the challenger from Washington, D.C., weighing in at 290 pounds.
Batista fought hard to earn this opportunity to get his shot at the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
But I'm sure he'd much rather this match have remained one-on-one. The presence of CM Punk is sure to complicate things for the animal.
In Batista's mind, a worn-down CM Punk might not count as much of a legitimate threat.
You can see the savagery bubbling beneath the surface inside Batista. This man is ready to go.
Orton is a man Batista knows very well, going back to when they ran together in Evolution. CM Punk, meanwhile, is the X Factor.
You've got to be ready for anything here in WWE, and WrestleMania is no exception.
A man who had to battle his way into this main event against Triple H earlier tonight. The Second City Saint, CM Punk.
And introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds.
You have to admire the guts of CM Punk to take on this challenge and keep putting one foot in front of the other, heading towards that ring.
I'm surprised we're not admiring the guts of CM Punk, because they are hanging out of his body after that match against Triple H. This has been a long, hard night for CM Punk already.
And it doesn't get any easier with Batista and Randy Orton standing in his way. Beating Triple H was WrestleMania Miracle number 1. For CM Punk to take home the title tonight, he'll need a second miracle.
And a little help from the WWE Universe to cheer him on in the meantime. Time to play spoiler, CM Punk.
Three men competing for the ultimate prize. CM Punk, Randy Orton, Batista. But only Punk had to battle his way into this match by winning a fight against Triple H earlier tonight.
And that's exactly why the number one question on the minds of this WrestleMania crowd and Punk's opponents is how much does he really have left? Can Punk go the distance against two greats after already dealing with Triple H?
Only one way to find out. And that's in this triple threat match. Orton and Batista had to be rooting for Triple H. He could have collusion on the mind right now, so CM Punk is in for the fight of his life. CM Punk finds himself in a very tough spot here between Randy Orton and Batista. How can Punk keep his title dreams alive in this one?
Caution's the name of the game for Punk. He already wrestled one match tonight, so he's the soft target. He has to duck and dodge and only go on the offensive when it's as safe as possible.
Stalking from above.
No countouts, no disqualifications, triple threat rules. CM Punk in his first WrestleMania main event. A dream come true.
CM Punk has totally defied the odds as far as his accomplishments here in WWE. If he can beat all of Evolution in one night, it'll add extra credence to being called the best in the world.
Check out the springboard.
Oh, clothesline!
but
he goes for the quick pin. Gets the shoulder up.
We'll need to get a little more to put this one away.
Solid contact from the Viper.
He's looking to unload on his opponent with that kendo stick.
You know, Batista and Orton were complaining for a couple of weeks that this match was going to be a triple threat, that they were really promised a one-on-one match.
not only that, Michael Cole, we have been robbed of an Evolution WrestleMania main event.
Oh, brother, what a pity.
Truly, Cole, see ya.
And he goes for the pin. Stops the count before it, too.
He clearly has no intention of staying down.
Dropped on the shoulders. And he's able to avoid that offense. And Punk wants more from his opponent.
And he re-enters into the ring.
Ooh, neck breaker.
And after what CM Punk had to fight through earlier tonight, he can't possibly be in the best shape for this triple threat. Orton and Batista were fully aware of that fact.
Absolutely. Trust me, they watched Punk's match earlier. They know everything that is hurting on CM Punk right now. There is blood in the water.
From way up. Oh, God, terrible landing on the outside.
That didn't look good at all. A ringside doctor's on hand if needed. And he gets directed into the corner.
Punk wasting no motion on the counter. What a counter! Off the well, it's already forming from the kendo shot. And Apple's offense with a hurtful purpose. And he was ready for Orton.
He's grabbed the steel chair only a matter of time before he uses it.
Uses an elbow to disrupt that attack.
Oof. And the only reason to do that is to get under the champion's skin. Submission holding. Oh, what a great escape. Get this back into the ring now.
Knee to the face in the corner. Follows it up with a short arm clothesline.
Being placed in the corner here. Boom! What a right.
Ooh, merciless looking blow.
Oh, what a clubbing blow.
Incoming.
He's making his way to ringside now.
Looking for that sidewalk slam.
And I've been saying this in the lead up to WrestleMania. The Viper has been lying in wait, and it will be a big mistake to underestimate the champion.
That's a good point, Wade. It was funny over the past couple of weeks with the stuff going on with Triple H and CM Punk and Batista getting in Stephanie's face. Randy Orton in many ways has almost become an afterthought.
It's hard to believe the WWE World Heavyweight Champion is an afterthought. She got it right.
Gentlemen, we're getting up close and personal with this fight.
Oh, he saw it coming. Spinebuster! Uh-oh. This isn't going to be pretty. All the way to the plex. Randy Orton may be one of the most malicious, one of the most vicious superstars we've ever seen in WWE. There's no absence of malice at all from this man.
All facts that CM Punk knows all too well. Years ago, Orton ended Punk's first World Championship reign in unceremonious fashion. He's beaten Punk on big stages before. Randy should have all the confidence in the world when it comes to making CM Punk his prey.
He's called the Apex Predator for a reason.
Bam! God, that disturbing sound of the kendo snapping on flesh.
Great wherewithal to dodge there.
And gets tossed back into the mat.
Batista got out of the way.
He gets sent straight down to the floor.
CM Punk knows what's at stake here more than anything. He said he wants change in WWE, and if the catalyst for that change means going through the COO and then to future Hall of Famers, then so be it.
What will tomorrow look like if the voice of the voiceless becomes champion?
Stanford would be in a panic.
Maybe, but Bourbon Street would go crazy tonight.
Uh-oh.
Reversed into a knee to the face.
Uh-oh. Look at the power.
He's able to dodge that one in time.
And he gets sent back into the ring. Oh, the physicality and the display there. Unbelievable.
Oh, belly-to-belly throw.
And that's our cue to exit.
Yeah, the announce table being cleared off here for something bad.
I think it's time to clear out.
Yeah, this is a bad situation. Oh, man. Did you hear the snap of the kendo stick? Brought back into the ring from the floor now.
CM Punk playing to the crowd now.
Boxing their way out of that move.
Batista able to counter.
What a display here. Counters on both sides.
Being carried around now.
Oh, God.
And he slides him back to the mat. Heads outside the ring.
And no countouts means he can take his time.
Able to parry that one. Ooh, like meeting a brick wall there. Lighting up the midsection once more.
And now he gets back into the ring. The animal is fired up as he'll ever be. Introducing a boot to the face.
Orton with a Fez press and now unloading rights on his opponent. And a stomp to the gut.
Here we go again. He made his point. Concentrate on the match instead of everything outside of it. Stops that offense from connecting. Back into the ring now.
Check out the springboard.
Misses the target.
Oh, man. Oof. Finds a straight shot to the gut to get out of trouble.
Vengeance! Randy Orton!
Orton fending that off. Oh, looking like a rugby match with that tackle.
Any two of these competitors is a recipe for a...
Batista making it all look so effortless.
With a Batista bomb!
The challenger is not holding back.
Oh my God, a steel chair! Swinging the dance. Randy might be defeated here. No! Orton kicked out just in time.
He just kicked out by a fraction of a second.
Oh, that hurt to the chest.
Not looking in any condition to fight. More like a sitting duck here.
He quickly slides into the ring. What's he thinking here?
And down with the belly to belly.
Oh, and a neck breaker. And he's into the pin. No, stops the count at 2.
A long 2.5 in the waning moments of this match.
Backdrop suplex.
Can Batista fight back from this? Does he still have the animal in him? Check out the springboard.
Misses on the springboard.
And Batista gets warded off. He's rummaging for some sort of equalizer underneath the ring.
Went for the kendo stick, and the lights will quickly follow.
Jeez, that's going to leave a mark. Orton has him pinned. Here we go. The challenger fending off the 2 count.
He may be down, but somehow he's definitely not out at this point.
Orton with a Fez press. Rapid fire right hands. KO out of nowhere. The champ might have just ended things right there.
Wow, just barely making it out.
Just look at the shock on the champ's face.
The Viper cannot believe this. That should have ended this match, but it continues.
This match was always going to be hard for Punk, Batista, and Orton are refusing to give up any ground.
Some of the best ever, throwing down like only they can.
And into the corner he goes.
And followed by a bulldog headlock.
Batista with a patented Batista bomb.
That might have just sealed the deal on us having a new champ.
He stays alive. He stays alive.
You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk will always find a way to survive and continue fighting.
Not many people escape defeat after Batista gets hold of you and executes that maneuver.
If he does not start protecting his head better, it may become the main focus in this match.
Diamond-plated steel coming at you.
Oh, look at this. Just cranking the head. That's gotta hurt.
Is looking to get extreme, and a kendo stick is just the tool to do so.
And here we go, returning to the ring. Kendo stick impact. Oh, that was a stiff shot with that kendo stick. Taking their time. Oh, vertical suplex. Look at the power here. Absolutely incredible. Walking around the ring. That one arm. Ooh. And now with the cover. Oh, the champ narrowly kicks out. How? Ooh, and he stops that offense. Arm wringer in control. They're going to have to try to fight out of this. Body shots connecting.
Opting for the kendo stick. He's not worried about getting too fancy here. This entire match has been a highlight reel moment. What a night for these competitors.
Just incredible. There has been no quit from these superstars.
Oof. But here comes the fire. Oh, brutal forearm.
The animal, so powerful, so dominant.
Batista bomb!
Are we about to see a title change here?
Batista wins. Even with all the chaos, the animal prevails.
The winner of this match and the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the
What a night for Batista. Taking care of business in the ring and beating down both CM Punk and Randy Orton to win the WWE.
Closing out WrestleMania 30 by appearing in my first ever WrestleMania main event. It's a hell of a start to this alternative timeline. In a world as absolutely chaotic as WWE, calling future shots is nearly impossible. You could win Money in the Bank, you call your shot for a match down the line, and then get taken out by injury. Your best friend might turn on you right as you're about to claim tag team gold. The best laid plans, at least in WWE, often go astray. But in 2015, something swept through WWE that I know would have piqued my interest. After capturing the United States Championship from Rusev at WrestleMania 31, John Cena would hold the U.S. Open Challenge each week on Raw. Names like Sami Zayn, Big E, Rusev, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins all answered the call and gave it their best shot. With the history shared between myself and John, you're nuts if you think I wouldn't have accepted that challenge. I'd have waited a couple months, maybe with a slight hope that Cena would start to feel the fatigue that comes with weekly title defenses. But once summer hit, that's when I'd start getting ready. Like, say, July 27th, 2015, when the music for John Cena's opponent hits. What if that night? What if CM Punk walked through that curtain? Would I take another championship from a shell-shocked Cena? Or would my name join the rest of those who failed to take him down? It's up to you, really. Can John Cena turn back another challenge? Or will CM Punk be crowned the new United States champion? Create the moment that you want to last forever.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE United States Championship.
Week after week, John Cena has stood in that ring and defended his U.S. title against anyone brave enough to answer him.
From cocky young upstarts wanting their shot at the crown to the most grizzled veterans, John Cena has taken them all on and put them all down. You have to admire Cena for continuing this open challenge. He's elevated the US title by putting it on the line every Monday night.
And the way Cena has been able to adapt to whoever answers his call has also been so impressive to watch.
Let's not sugarcoat it, guys. Cena's ego is a big part of this open challenge. This is about pride, and sooner or later, someone's going to come snap him out of it.
It is a bit of a double-edged sword. Defending the title against some of the best has to be taking its toll on him.
You gotta be kidding me! CM Punk answering Cena's open challenge.
The roof has come off of this building. Cena looks like he's seen a ghost.
CM Punk is coming for the United States title.
CM Punk, a man that perhaps knows John Cena better than anyone else in the entire WWE.
You guys talk about Cena's open challenge elevating the United States Championship, but let's not forget that Punk has set the standard for what it means to be the best in the world. He takes every opportunity he can to prove it.
And that is what's so fascinating about this. Punk just doesn't want to beat Cena. He wants to remind everyone that when you mention the great champions, his name comes first.
If anyone can match John Cena's fighting spirit, it might just be CM Punk.
Yeah, Punk isn't walking into this one blind either. He's faced Cena and beaten him on some of the biggest stages possible already.
And there's some added motivation for Punk here, guys. He is dead set on adding that title to his resume.
Introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218
Cena defending the title against anyone, anytime, and tonight, it's CM Punk's time.
A lot of interesting competitors have answered Cena's open challenge over the past few months. But Punk coming out here might be his biggest showdown yet.
There's no might about it, Cole. This is the biggest challenge yet. And this one certainly feels more personal. Punk has always resented Cena, and for a time he had Cena's number with multiple victories against the franchise.
I think Punk might be a bit jealous of what John's been able to accomplish since winning the title at WrestleMania. Punk's never held the US title, and you know he'd like to win it and become an even better champ than Cena.
CM Punk has accomplished so much in his career. ECW champion, Intercontinental champion, tag team champion, world champion. But he's never won the United States title. Guys, how much does CM Punk want this title tonight?
He craves the United States title, Cole. If you want to call yourself the best in the world, holding every title of note's a key indicator of the moniker. And you know Punk wants to add his name to the list of legends that have...
Bear furiously trying to fight his way out of the bear hug. Can he do it? Yes!
He counters with a great reversal. Cena has to be feeling pretty confident with the champion's advantage on his side here.
Yeah, but you better believe that's only going to add fuel to the fire for Punk. This isn't just about what the U.S. title would mean to him. This is about dismantling Cena and proving once again that he's a better competitor than the franchise.
I'm just going to ask this. Why has it taken CM Punk so long to answer the US Open Challenge?
From the top, double axe handle connects.
He's looking to take things to the outside now. And Cena with the wherewithal to counter. Effective counter. Elbows to the face will create separation.
Gentlemen, it is always a treat to see CM Punk and John Cena face off in a championship match. The last two times that Punk challenged Cena for a title held by the franchise, they were two of the greatest matches in WWE history.
CM Punk versus John Cena at Money in the Bank 2011 and their rematch at SummerSlam were both classics and defined the careers of both men. We've had Plate pouncing with a flash schoolboy here, and the pin attempt is waved off. Proximity to the ropes playing a huge factor there.
John Cena feeding off the WWE Universe as he so often has.
Things are getting risky. This will not end well.
Down the apron.
The hardest part of the ring.
You cannot understate how much of a mental advantage Punk has in this one. The best in the world has known for a long time he was going to answer John Cena's call tonight. But Cena, he just found out a few minutes ago.
Punk having the mental advantage is always troublesome to an opponent, but I speak from experience when I say that no matter how much the deck is stacked against John Cena, he will find a way to overcome the odds. He's called Big Mac.
The champ is pinned. We might have a new champion here. No, a kick out.
Easy kick out there, but they'll get harder soon.
Oh, kick connects. Oh, that gets reversed on CM Punk. Clothesline.
Oh, what a forceful clothesline. The element of surprise is now all but squandered. Punk is now very close to blowing this US Open opportunity. Set up in the corner. What is coming next?
Middle rope for a tornado DDT. Boom, what a kick.
John Cena's been holding open challenges for nearly 4 months. week in and week out. He's told the locker room, if you want some, come get some.
And many have taken some, even if none of those challenges have yet to pry that tight.
Blast off!
And nobody home on that one.
Incoming! Big-time powerbomb! That was a powerbomb with one message in mind. Absolute destruction.
And he counters. Cover for the title. Now the champ holds on.
Just barely keeping this match going, keeping the fight inside them going.
Massive miscalculation on that one. Body slam slipped out. Inverted DDT. Something bad is coming his way, and he has no clue. Check out the springboard.
The springboard attack fails to land.
CM Punk stopped that in its tracks. Kick to the gut.
Ooh, brutal forearm.
Cena ducks underneath. Couple of shoulder tackles now. Cena, the powerhouse, gonna finish things up with a slam.
You can't see him, but you will feel this.
Powerful offense from Cena. Punk's US Open chances may be closing.
Sidewalk slam! Almost drove him through the ring.
Not sure if he should waste all his time hot-dogging around. Vicious, aggressive attacks.
Driven down with the sidewalk slam.
I don't know if Punk can withstand much more of this.
Cena just unleashing all of his power right now, and Punk can't find an answer.
Oh, quick way to respond with a reversal.
Counters and counters. Each superstar looking dialed in.
Clothesline. And he said it for years. You want some? Come get some.
Quick evasion from him there.
Placing him in the corner.
Oh, look at this. Raining right hands. No escape from these punches.
Kick to the stomach.
Punk is pulled in.
Spiked with a Michinoku driver.
And Cena is in command.
Punk is looking all out of sorts right now. Cena has just been pushing him around here.
Russian leg sweep. Punk and Cena have to be digging down to their deepest reserves right now.
They look absolutely exhausted, but I don't think either one of them is near giving up yet.
Sidewalk slam! Almost drove him through the ring.
And with more punishment landing on the body, he must be getting winded.
I think that's something of an understatement, actually. Fights out of it with the elbow to the gut.
Clothesline, so effective. Punch after punch after punch.
John Cena making it loud and clear for his opponent tonight.
And that cuts Cena right off.
Being set up in the corner for something.
Splash.
Look at the confidence from Cena. Boom. Punk avoids the attack.
Clothesline.
Oh, and that's what you get for disrespecting your opponent. Picture perfect Falcon Arrow. I think we know what he's thinking, and it's not going to be nice. Check out the springboard.
It's out of dodge.
Strong kick. Cena making clear he has his number.
He can be enjoying the moment too much, giving his opponent a lot of room to recover.
Boom!
Answer that with a knee to the gut.
Bam! Armringer applied.
Ooh, eats a big right.
John Cena looking for the big... And able... John Cena sidesteps it.
Counters on top of counters, and these opponents are at an impasse.
Big back body drop. We all knew this was going to be a historic matchup, but this is beyond anyone's expectations.
I don't care who you're rooting for tonight. Cena and Punk have given us everything they've got here. And this is a moment we've seen so rarely. John Cena's U.S. title might finally be slipping out of his grasp.
Lift off. Went for it all, but gets nothing.
Big time powerbomb.
John Cena even more determined than ever now.
Oh. Punch lands. Boom! Good defense.
A takedown into a small package, tightly hooked.
How in the world did he kick out?
With a kick out like that, this may go down as one of the greatest championship defenses of all time.
Cena looking to close this one out. Here it comes.
Attitude adjustment.
And there it is. The title's not going anywhere tonight.
Hangs on by a thread.
Keeping those title dreams alive a little longer.
And Cena has to hammer down now. He was only inches away from gaining the 3 count. Pop right in the stomach creates the separation. There's Cena. Adjustment.
And it is purely academic at this point as
Cena retains.
Here is your winner, and still the United States Champion, John Cena!
what an absolutely incredible match. John Cena is looking absolutely unstoppable right now as United States Champion.
I have a feeling Punk isn't going to let this one go easily.
Well, credit where it's due to Cena, but this loss might have just created a monster out of Punk.
Adding another classic encounter with John Cena is always the right call, and answering that U.S. Open challenge is something I know I would have done if I was around for it. I also know exactly what my plan would have been at the start of 2016. Now, as you may recall, it was at the Royal Rumble that year where AJ Styles finally made his WWE debut.
The phenomenal one is here! AJ Styles!
It's one of those moments where it felt like time stood still. Everyone trying to come to grips with the fact that, yes, AJ Styles is now in WWE. His arrival opened the door for a litany of dream matches. And in that time, he's made many of them happen, battling top names brave enough to step up to him. And you better believe that if I was here, I would have walked to the ring that very first Raw after the Royal Rumble, and I would have set down the challenge. CM Punk, AJ Styles, WrestleMania 32. AJ and I have traveled many of the same roads in our respective careers, but unfortunately, they never led us to having a proper one-on-one matchup in WWE. I respect AJ. He's another wrestler that made his name his way.
Since 1998, this man has competed all over the world.
I earned the right to be here in the WWE.
Getting the chance to be his first WrestleMania opponent, it's too good to pass up. As usual, it's up to you. Do you want to prove to be the best, or is being phenomenal more to your speed? They don't want none? Oh, believe me, I want it all.
CM Punk, the best in the world, ready to prove that he truly is the best. Moments away from facing off against the phenomenal AJ Styles on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. CM Punk has battled legends at WrestleMania. He's stolen the show. He's made history here. This is a familiar spot for CM Punk to be in. But AJ Styles, this is his first WrestleMania. His first time ever being on a stage this big. And Punk is well aware of that. No doubt, Punk's counting on that fact.
Yes, but it's not for a lack of talent or preparedness on Styles' part. Punk's not going to underestimate Styles just because he hasn't been to the dance, because he knows that AJ Styles can pick up the choreography quicker than just about anyone.
This is huge.
Well, much like every person in this 100,000-plus crowd in hand, I have goosebumps like I've never felt before. This is going to be an all-time classic. And it may have taken years for AJ Styles to make it to WWE, but he is here now, competing on the biggest stage possible.
The biggest stage possible with the biggest bragging rights on the line. Who really is the best in the world? Styles soaking it all in, the magnitude of this moment, of this match.
AJ Styles finally where he's always belonged, on the grandest stage at this showcase of the Immortals. Gentlemen, prepare yourselves. We're about to witness a classic for the ages, courtesy of the phenomenal AJ Styles and the best in the world, CM Punk. These two have come so far, but they have always been destined to meet here.
And the time has come to finally answer the question of just who really is the best in the world. The phenomenal AJ Styles, the Second City Saint CM Punk, face-to-face in a WWE ring on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania.
Styles and Punk have traveled up and down the same roads, wrestled in the same high school gyms and armories, competed internationally, and honed their craft to the point where they can both be called the best. But tonight, all roads have led them to this moment, where only one of these men can be called the winner.
Whoa. Both CM Punk and AJ Styles are known to attract followers, whether it's a club or a society. Each man frequently has backup at their beck and call.
Well, I will thank you for not bringing up the new Nexus, Michael Cole, but I will tell you this much. I firmly believe this match will be a one-on-one affair. When it's a match of this caliber on a stage as big as WrestleMania, you don't want to leave any doubt as to who the better man is, and that doubt sets in the moment that reinforcements come into play.
CM Punk and AJ Styles are both absolute geniuses when it comes to in-ring IQ. Both have great striking and submission skills as well. But the outlying categories will be what defines this match.
I'm with you 100% on that, Corey. AJ Styles has the edge when it comes to aerial attacks. CM Punk is the better brawler. I expect each man to make this his kind of match, and whoever is more successful in doing so is likely to end up.
Here's the cover, is it enough?
Wait, look at the feet are on the ropes.
There's plenty of fight left in him.
Styles and Punk have obviously competed against each other outside WWE. How's that past experience and familiarity going to come into play here tonight?
Outside of WWE, AJ Styles may have a winning record over CM Punk, but here in the big leagues, Punk's the one with the experience and the high-profile wins. Punk's coming into WrestleMania a seasoned pro at this point, while Styles is currently experiencing the biggest match of his career on the biggest stage. Nerves might just slip for Styles, and if they do, Punk's going to capitalize.
Big night for AJ Styles making his WrestleMania debut. Punk has been here quite a few times. We've seen Punk fight fair at WrestleMania, but just as often we'll see him cut corners.
Indeed, in the past we've seen Punk call in reinforcements against Rey Mysterio, using foreign weapons when attempting to end the Undertaker's streak. But tonight is a bit different. Punk has long wanted to prove that the best in the world is even better than phenomenal. And the only way to do that is by winning this match by the books.
I think rage took over in that moment. Nothing but blind rage.
Neckbreaker!
I've been very fortunate to have faced off with both of these men earlier in their careers. I've spent time with each of them outside of the ring, and I can tell you that they both have a chip on their shoulder tonight. They're excited to be competing against one another for sure, but both men believe they should be in the main event of this show every year.
Given the immense in-ring talent, I can fully believe it, and I fully expect both men to earn a main event spot at some point in the future. But right now, CM Punk and AJ Styles will have to settle for stealing the show this year.
Underhook applied, side effect.
Bringing this back into the ring.
The knees at the last second.
We are so lucky to be seeing CM Punk and AJ Styles facing off tonight. They have done battle in the past, crossing paths multiple times in the independent scene in the early 2000s.
Look, I'd pay top dollar to see any version of these two men facing off in the ring, but back then, AJ Styles wasn't quite phenomenal, and Punk had yet to become the best in the world.
Indeed, gentlemen, we are seeing the best versions of both men in this ring tonight, and on the biggest stage possible, CM Punk versus AJ Styles was...
He turns it into the Anaconda Vice. A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it.
CM Punk has long considered himself an outcast. Most folks would have pegged him as a long shot to succeed in WWE. And once he arrived, he was never expected to be the main event competitor he is today.
You could say much the same about AJ Styles, Corey. Remember, the first time the world got to see AJ Styles, he was busting his hump in WCW's Cruiserweight division during that company's dying days, while the main eventers collected the paychecks.
Both men spent much of their career on the fringes, fighting for every scrap of opportunity, and now they are both competing in one of the most anticipated matchups in WrestleMania history. What a journey for CM Punk and AJ Styles. Knee drop! Oh, look at this. Oh, pump handle. Boom, gut buster. Oh, CM Punk stopped that in its tracks.
Counter upon counter, great minds thinking alike.
Wicked kick.
Oh!
Whitney lariat. Just a full-on blitz from Styles.
Yeah, AJ's clearly working to teach Punk a lesson about who the best really is here.
Big flying forearm.
Styles reminding his opponent just who they're in the ring with.
Torque now being applied to that arm.
The counter with a knuckle sandwich.
And Punk gets countered there.
Underhook applied.
Side effect.
Evades the attack and not a moment too soon.
Things now not going well for CM Punk.
Styles bringing the fight to Punk, refusing to let up or back down for even a second.
Took it out the knee.
AJ's looking for it.
Styles clash.
Is it enough to overcome Punk?
2. Somehow he kicked out.
You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk will always
From the top.
Oh, the knees caught him. Could be a turning point. Fends it off. Good counter. Momentum really on AJ's side now.
Punk trying to withstand this surge.
Bodies are bruised. Egos are hurt. Wills have been tested, and neither Punk nor Styles is backing down yet.
We obviously knew this match was gonna go the extra mile, but this is even more than I think anyone expected. Styles with absolute precision and authority.
AJ Styles just beat CM Punk at WrestleMania. Unbelievable.
Here is your winner,
And tonight, like so many nights before he stepped foot in WWE against CM Punk, AJ Styles was simply the better man. Punk won't be having his arm raised here, but I really hope he can accept losing a hard-fought match like the one we just saw.
Yeah, as disappointing.
An honest dream match for any era, and you made it happen. That's the power of Showcase. I've said it repeatedly that it's impossible for me to predict a hypothetical scenario with precision, but I have to believe that if I was here in 2019, I would have done anything to get to the front of the line to beat Kurt Angle's final opponent at WrestleMania 35.
He has held every title imaginable. European champion, Intercontinental champion, 6-time world champion.
Not many people know this, but when I first joined the ECW brand in 2006, Kurt Angle was my goal. He'd found new life with the brand, leaning into the extreme side of things, mauling his opponents with a reinvigorated approach to the ground and pound offense. But those dreams would go unrealized with Kurt leaving WWE only about a month after my arrival. I could see it all in my head, though. Kurt comes out on Raw to announce that he'll be retiring at WrestleMania. With the crowd already shocked, Kurt goes to announce his opponent, only I wouldn't give him that chance. See, I really don't care who Kurt's chosen, because as I'd say to Kurt's face, I've chosen Kurt to be my opponent at WrestleMania 35. If Kurt wins, he gets to go out on top. But when I get the win, Kurt at least had the chance to go out on a shield against an opponent willing to push him to his limits. Kurt's retirement will happen one way or another, but it's up to you to decide who will be standing at the top of the winner's podium and who will have to settle for a silver medal when I collide with Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 35.
The man looking to end the career of Kurt Angle with a loss tonight, CM Punk.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
Punk has gladly accepted the opportunity to ruin Kurt's last night on the grandest stage of them all.
What better test for the best in the world than a man he idolizes? One of very few men to achieve the Amateur Wrestling Grand Slam, Kurt Angle.
You can tell Punk has been looking forward to this match, this chance to face Kurt Angle at WrestleMania.
Yeah, for years, CM Punk has dreamed of this moment. What a notch in Punk's belt a win here would be.
The only gold medalist in WWE history. The wrestling machine, Kurt Angle.
Competing in his final match after a 20-year Hall of Fame career, the only gold medalist in WWE history, Kurt Angle!
For the final time as an in-ring competitor, Kurt Angle makes his way to the ring. The WWE Universe showing the respect to this incredible athlete.
Kurt Angle performs at his highest level when the pressure is highest. Tonight, it couldn't get any higher.
Punk fully expects Kurt Angle to be a step quicker than he's been recently, a little more intense than the Kurt Angle of old.
At long last, Kurt Angle and CM Punk face off inside a WWE ring. And on the biggest stage here at WrestleMania, Kurt Angle is set to retire tonight. And CM Punk jumped at the chance to be face first. Set and close enough to be under the rope. Submission hold broken.
Boom!
And wait, long ago, there was an opportunity for these two men to have locked up, but the stars just never aligned.
That's correct. ECW is what you're talking about, Cole. A mid-2000s rebranding. CM Punk and Kurt Angle were positioned as the premier attractions. Punk being the young upstart with a groundswell of support behind him, and Angle being the veteran, the true wrestling machine.
Well, those would have been battles that would have shortened each man's career, no doubt.
It's CM Punk versus Kurt Angle in a submission match. Angle's final match at WrestleMania. His final match ever in WWE. Stomping down! And that kind of attack is Punk's form of respect. This is how Punk...
Take off! Knees up, have that telegraph, but can it be capitalized on?
CM Punk has been talking out of both sides of his mouth lately, praising Angle while also saying how much of a joy it would be to put him down. What kind of mind games were those?
It's a stroke of genius in my view, Cole. As much as you want to paint him as a hypocrite, Punk has been great at confusing Angle, disarming Kurt, allowing Kurt to bring his guard down, only for an opportunity to stab him in the heart.
Yeah, exactly, Wade. It's a hypocrite that you just described. No getting around that fact. It really feels like this match could come down to Punk's strikes and smarts versus Angle's technique and experience. Who do you give the edge to?
My gut says Kurt Angle, the man who has seen and done it all, but if Punk gets lucky and lands one good shot, it could give him one heck of an opening.
Angle switches it up. Remember, this match came to be in quite a rude fashion. Angle is ready to choose his final opponent, and CM Punk stole that choice away from him. A classless act from someone who claims to have so much respect for the man.
Well, that's your perspective, Michael Cole. Many others would say that Punk is doing Kurt a favor.
It's a favor deciding a Hall of Famer's retirement match? That's a favor?
Listen, Cole. It's an honor for Angle to wrestle CM Punk at WrestleMania. It's a fantastic ending for Kurt to be able to say, my last match was with CM Punk.
I don't know what's wrong with you, Corey. You've got worms in your ears or something.
All the way over.
Kurt looking to embarrass his opponent. Looking to hobble the knee here.
Turns around Angle's move.
And as he stumbles up, he has no clue where he is.
Check out the springboard.
Slips out of the way. Bang!
Oh, to the arm. Terrible. Ugh, tough hit to the legs. Goes without saying, but a leg injury will hamper your ability to do just about anything.
Well-placed knees to the hamstring.
Just going up.
That puts an end to that. Each shot landing with a little bit more venom.
Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this.
No end in sight to this exchange.
Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two.
Fatigue more than setting in, but these superstars are refusing to let up. And this crowd is loving every second of it. Oh.
And now these two just pummeling the hell out of each other.
Oh, that blow just tipped the scales in their favor.
This is a situation you want to avoid.
Slammed down with cruel intentions. He has the target right where he wants it.
Check out the springboard.
And Kurt escapes danger.
It knew what was coming there.
Finds the advantage after a string of counters. Averts disaster with an elbow in the midsection.
Kurt setting it up.
Angle slam. Angle might just have Punk right where he wants him.
Reversal. And that turns things around. And again, stipulation for this match is a submission match. You can only win by tapping your opponent out.
You know, it was a very nice gesture from CM Punk to request this for the last match in the career of a submission specialist like Kurt Angle.
Come on, Corey. Nothing virtuous about that decision. All just part of Punk's mind games. Punk wants to play Angle's game and be able to say that he beat him at it.
No, it's a sign of sportsmanship. It's like an olive branch being extended. Punk's allowing this match to be like a home game of sorts for Kurt.
Northern Lights! Punk wasting no motion on the counter.
Watching like a predator with wounded prey. He's as good as done here.
Check out the springboard.
And that failed to hit the mark.
I talked to Punk earlier today, and he said he fully expects Angle to be a step quicker than he's been recently. A little more intense, the Kurt Angle of old.
Fitting American sports analogy here for an American hero. You gents, correct me if I'm wrong, is like a legendary baseball player taking his final swings at the plate. He may not have much left, but he still may hit a home run.
Very true, Wade. You said that correctly. I'm very proud of the American that you've become.
And for Kurt Angle, you can't remain as great as you once were, but you can be great one more time.
He saw that one coming.
Well-delivered suplex.
CM Punk is in a distressing spot.
Punk on the wrong side of Angle's technical expertise here. Repeated knees to the hamstring.
Despite what has transpired leading to tonight, there's a level of respect that CM Punk has for Kurt Angle. Punk might even have love for Angle, but Punk will not be sorry about beating Kurt in his final match.
There's all this talk about the storybook ending, the beautiful button on the career for Kurt Angle.
Uh-oh, way too long. Diving moonsault!
No fight left whatsoever. Ankle lock up.
Needs to escape and does. Gets free from that painful hold. Range down an elbow in retaliation.
Thunderous club comes down. Very effective.
And no matter how we got here, this is a match the people have been wanting to see. The Olympic gold medalist taking on the best in the world. A match that can propel both men's legacies even further.
Angle is like a machine right now.
Angle has the advantage over Punk, and he's putting it to good use. And with that move, Angle just mustered up every ounce of intensity he could.
And Kurt Angle is stepping up. The fireworks just keep coming from Punk and Angle. Neither man is backing down at all here. What a show this has been.
Oh, look at this. Out to the apron. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me?
Nasty.
The hardest part of the ring. I don't know if Punk can withstand much more of this.
Angle is determined right now.
And hold on. Are we looking at the prelude to the end of it all?
Kurt looking to embarrass his opponent.
Check out the springboard.
Misses on the springboard.
Turns the tide with
CM Punk in full control. There's the left.
GTS connects.
Is that?
Triangle armbar. Triangles in. Triangles in. Submission locked in tight. He's fighting to escape, and he gets out of the hole, but some damage was certainly done there.
Caught with a clothesline.
Taking him to the corner now. Opponent a sitting duck on the top rope.
Nasty arm drag.
Textbook fireman's carry takeover.
Opponent down. Angle can do what he wants and locks in the ankle lock. Punk might be in trouble here. Oh, wait. Never mind, he's free.
Forearm smash.
No fight left whatsoever. Ankle lock applied.
And you can see him struggling to break this hold.
Every second it's locked on is doing more damage.
Will it get countered? Yes, not letting the submission attempt do any more damage here.
Textbook fireman's carry takeover.
Here we go again. He made his point. Concentrate on the match instead of everything outside of it. Clothesline, so effective. Angle showing plenty of intensity here.
Punk needs to reformulate a strategy.
Oh, one step ahead of Angle. Opportunity now for Punk to capture some momentum.
If Punk was looking for an opportunity to pull a 180, that could be it. Every time I think this one's over, Punk or Angle gets back up, keeps going. What an astonishing display from these two warriors.
Counter. Saw it coming. He's finally able to get the reins on this one.
Yeah, and I knew he was not going to deal with that for too much longer.
Oh, he timed that counter well. CM Punk is in a distressing spot.
It is all angry right now.
Listen to this place. It's electric.
Rising to his feet, but he's still looking glassy-eyed.
Oh, Kurt just thrown out of the ring there.
He wants him back up so he can knock him back down.
Whoa! All the way down to the floor.
The risk clearly was not worth the reward as they just came up empty-handed there.
A great display of confidence, but he doesn't want to give his opponent added motivation.
Caught off with a savage clothesline. Oh, a declarative, decisive shot.
Angle waiting for the perfect moment to strike Punk. Angle with a spectacular single leg into the ankle.
Makes it to the ropes, and the hold must be broken.
Kurt setting it up. From behind, Angle slam.
Strong counter from Punk.
Gets out of there with an elbow to the gut.
We're locked in reversals here. Neither competitor intimidated.
Getting put against the turnbuckles.
Uppercut. That'll cut some teeth. Targeting the head, the neck. Just brutal.
Looking to take this superstar down swiftly and efficient.
CM Punk looking to turn out the lights.
Down with a GTS.
It's all Punk's for the taking.
Triangle submission hold in. And look at how tight a grip. Wait, hold on, look at this. And he's found a way out of the hold. Wow, he reversed Angle. These two are clearly fired up, going blow for blow. Ooh! The fight is on, and it's furious.
Just teeing off with that fight forever vibe.
Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up.
Oh, man.
This is a war of attrition with neither superstar wanting to be the one who surrenders. Both absolutely drained, but both refusing to give up.
Move! No more holding back, going all out now.
And consider that the final punctuation to that heated exchange.
Oh, jarring uppercut. Kurt Angle showing why he's a wrestling machine, Olympic gold medalist.
Punk trying to withstand this surge. Look at him stumbling back up. Might have double vision.
Check out the springboard.
Evades the attack and not a moment too soon. Opponent hoisted up.
On the shoulders and a slam.
Opponent down. Angle can do what he wants, and wants an excruciating hold here. But somehow Punk has found a way out. And Kurt escapes danger.
Brought down with that maneuver.
Oh my God! He wriggles. Nice takedown there from Angle. And transitions into the ankle lock.
Just locked out of the ankle.
I must submit, after all that punishment, he had no choice but tap out.
Here is your winner, and forever, your
CM Punk tap out, ending an incredible career on a win.
And at WrestleMania, no less, CM Punk tried his best. He took every shot Angle gave him, but
Maybe it's only in an alternative timeline, but I'll take the advantage of any opportunity to share the ring with Kurt Angle, win or lose. And as far as what happens if I stay in WWE, there's one more match I'll always wish for. Working with him, even if it was only briefly when he joined the new Nexus, made it abundantly clear to me that he would accomplish anything if he ever committed himself to it. A return to NXT gave him that chance, and soon Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family were the talk of the wrestling world. They arrived on the main roster, terrorizing any superstar that got in their way.
And Bray Wyatt calmly watches as his family members dismantle Punk.
That included me. And while I have a match at the 2013 Survivor Series that on paper says was against the Wyatt family, it didn't have Bray Wyatt in it. I never got to compete against him once he realized his potential. I would have loved to have The Fiend set his sights on me. The Fiend took wrestling places it had never been before by taking his opponents places they had never been before. If I had my way, I'd take on The Fiend at WrestleMania 37. And I'd look for solace in the one place that I know to be the great equalizer. Hell in a Cell. He was once in a lifetime. I'm thankful for the time we did have together. But until we meet again, we'll make it happen here in my showcase. CM Punk against The Fiend at WrestleMania. You can choose who you'll control. But once that door closes, there's no telling what will happen.
It all comes down to this: Hell in a Cell and WrestleMania. A demonic structure built with thousands of square feet of cold steel chain link. And tonight, it will be the battleground for CM Punk and The Fiend.
Being a WWE superstar, you find yourself in a lot of dangerous situations. But right now, I don't think anyone is in a more dangerous situation than CM Punk.
For the first time ever, guys, CM Punk will enter Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania.
We've seen Punk inside the cell before, but this is something else. Facing The Fiend on the grandest stage of them all. I can't imagine what's going through Punk's mind right now. He has got to be a bundle of nerves.
yeah, Corey, separately, Hell in a Cell, WrestleMania, and The Fiend are all daunting presences to prepare for. But together, this has to be nearly impossible.
Legends, champions, Hall of Famers, all of them have left their matches against him different. Some scarred, some broken, but none of them have ever been the same again. And here he comes, The Fiend, begging for you to let him in. Tonight he looks to drag CM Punk deep into the darkness inside Hell in a Cell.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. You don't fight The Fiend. You survive him. Every opponent that has ever crossed paths with The Fiend has been changed forever.
Just look at those eyes, or whatever is hiding behind that mask. There's just pure evil.
This has never been about winning or losing for the Fiend. This has always been about destruction. And tonight, his evil gaze is locked on CM Punk.
Or you can prepare for a wrestler. You can prepare for a fight. You cannot prepare for the Fiend. This being doesn't wrestle with logic. He doesn't wrestle with reason. He wrestles out of pure malice.
Not flinching at the steel structure, not blinking at the tens of thousands here in attendance. To the Fiend, this isn't a punishment. This is his paradise. CM Punk is about to be locked inside the Devil's playground with the Devil incarnate.
You can hit the Fiend with everything you got, and he'll just keep getting back up. He feeds off the pain, and for as good as Punk is, he may find himself a broken man before he even realizes what's hit him. You can just feel how much tension is in the air here at WrestleMania. CM Punk facing possibly his biggest challenge to date.
There's really no telling what we're about to witness here with The Fiend. We've already seen a lot of diabolical mind games, and I'm sure those are far from over.
This match is going to change Punk forever. Whether he wins or loses, he'll never be the man he was before he entered the cell tonight.
Something that should not get lost in all of this chaos. Before he was The Fiend, before he was Bray Wyatt, the man under that mask was actually a follower of CM Punk.
Yeah, shortly before Bray Wyatt found his way, he was part of CM Punk's new nexus under a different name. You have to wonder if whatever's left of Bray's psyche under that mask still has some respect for Punk. If so, I wonder if the best in the world can somehow use that to gain a mental advantage. CM Punk has to know now that this isn't just Bray anymore. The Fiend is making him realize that.
Ooh. Shot to the throat. The Fiend with an overwhelming attack.
An absolutely punishing series from The Fiend. Punk is looking rocked.
This might be one of the most psychological matches we'll ever witness in the history of WWE.
The Fiend started laying his groundwork earlier. I know Punk seems like he's unfazed, but deep down I think the seed of fear has started to sprout inside him. Punk has to do everything he can.
He goes for the quick pin attempt. Only getting one out of that pin.
Not the worst idea going for a pin there, but it's close. Both of these men have made careers by changing with the times. Punk has gone from indie darling to extremist to straight-edge cult leader to the best in the world.
I will agree that Punk's ability to evolve is commendable, but I don't think anyone has undergone a transformation quite like Bray Wyatt when he became The Fiend.
Indeed, gentlemen, Bray Wyatt was a dominant force in the main event already. But as The Fiend, he's almost unbeatable. Wonder if Punk will need to change yet again to overcome tonight's challenge.
Yikes, that'll either wake you up or knock you out.
The Fiend's onslaught continuing, making things very difficult for Punk.
And I like it.
Well, according to my notes, CM Punk has in-ring experience against Bray Wyatt, but in reality, he's never seen this side of Bray.
Something else to note is that Punk's previous matches with Bray were tag team contests that included the rest of the Wyatt family.
Wow, so Punk's first ever singles match with Bray Wyatt is against The Fiend? I rarely bet against the best in the world, but this is a...
Into the cover.
A kick out, and you can see the frustration starting to build.
Still fighting the good fight here.
He's hurled out and crashes down to the floor. He's looking for an implement of destruction under the ring.
This is the only time anyone gets excited about garbage, when a steel trash can gets involved with a fight.
Both of these men have had cult-like followings in the WWE locker room, but tonight is purely a one-on-one battle.
For a multitude of reasons, not the least of which is the gargantuan cell surrounding the ring. It's nearly impenetrable.
And neither man seems to welcome any allies at this point. The Fiend's transformation seems to have shed any vestiges of being a family leader. And with a match of this magnitude, I don't think Punk wants anyone at his side. Punk wants to prove he can overcome the Fiend without any help.
Bam! Suplex!
Being able to pull that off, no one is going to question if you skipped going to the gym today.
What a way to get out of that one. Calculating the next move here.
Oh, slam down.
And just like that, avoiding surefire disaster.
Shoving it down his throat.
The Fiend stops his opponents dead in their tracks.
Did Fiend end it there?
Sister Abigail.
I don't know how Punk can recover from that. The Fiend may have victory in his twisted sights.
And there's another focused attack to his head. Shades of the USSR with the hammer and sickle. He gets back into the ring.
Fez press, raining down right hands.
Just hurling their body. Things now not going well for CM Punk.
The Fiend is just teeing off on Punk right now.
Here we go again. He made his point. Concentrate on the match instead of everything outside of it. And that surprises the Fiend. Punk finding a way to slow his opponent's assault down.
Punk could be turning his fortunes around. Backdrop out of there. Ooh. Using the sharp point of the elbow.
Now to the ring, to the confines of the chain link enclosure.
Is that? Yeah. It's a bag.
He's spreading those thumbtacks around like the seeds of pain they are.
Under the thumbtacks.
All those thumbtacks, they are going to look like chopped meat after that.
Stiff hit. The Fiend is sustaining the attack.
The Fiend's just sucking the spirit out of his opposition.
Opportunity now for Punk to capture some momentum.
Maybe Punk's found a new source of aggression to battle back with. Countered with a back body drop.
The Fiend laying down the gauntlet for his opponent.
Clothesline! Off with their head. Things now not going well for CM Punk.
It's got to be hard to be CM Punk right now.
Well-placed elbow to break up the...
What's it going to take to end it? Uh-oh. The Fiend wards him off.
Oh, God. Onto the thumbtacks.
Just immediately being stabbed by hundreds or thousands of tacks. I wouldn't even wish that on my worst enemies.
Oh, he's shoving it down his throat. No.
CM Punk doesn't know where he is.
Two. What? Only two?
You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk Punk will always find a way to survive and continue fighting.
I can't tell if it's anger in the eyes or the fact that he hasn't finished this, or if it's disbelief that his opponent is still in this.
The carnage we've witnessed here at WrestleMania is going down in the history books. The Fiend and Punk have been unloading their arsenals, and neither one of them is showing any signs of relenting.
Power driver! Spiked him. CM Punk may have broken through. His attacks really seem to be registering against the Fiend.
Check out the springboard.
Misses the target.
Just had no way to avoid the tax. And now, said tax have essentially become one with their body.
And averting damage there.
Oh, man, not the thumbtacks.
Just tearing into all that.
Oh, he shoved it down his throat.
That would have been painful without landing on those tacks. I think they're going to go into shock after that.
The Fiend wins it.
Here is your winner, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
We may be witnessing the end of days here. The Fiend's power is only growing now that he's added CM Punk to his list of victims.
Remember this moment, gentlemen. I think we just witnessed a landmark moment for the entire WWE.
I feel bad for Punk coming up short, but what on earth does this mean for the rest of us?
An honor to know him, to have worked with him, and to get one more chance to share the ring with him. Rest in power forever, Bray Wyatt. It's been quite the experience as the focal point of WWE 2K26 Showcase. We've revisited great wins, received a second chance at painful losses, created dream matches that I thought would forever elude me, and even attempted to provide a glimpse at what WWE would have looked like had I stayed. It's been a true privilege. Before we put a bow on it all, I'd like to ask Slingshot Technology for one final match. A match that lives as large as my biggest dreams. The opportunity to team with the best tag team partner in the world, my wife, AJ Lee. Three-time Divas champion, had WWE wrapped around her finger from the moment she arrived. Skilled in the ring and potent on the microphone.
The greatest Divas champion of all time. Me!
Remind you of anybody? She even dropped a pipe on of her own.
I have done more in 1 year than all of you have done in your entire collective careers.
A true revolutionary, AJ Lee deserves as much credit for the women's revolution and evolution as anyone, as she fought for every second of television time to lay the groundwork needed to push women's wrestling further than it had ever been before. And since she returned to WWE this past September,
AJ Lee! CM Punk's wife is here after a decade!
she's been helping remind everybody just how damn great she really is. Now, I'm sure there are people out there saying, but you've teamed with her before. And this is true. But that doesn't change the facts. And the facts are that anytime I get to team up with my wife, it's always a dream come true. Across the ring from us, I can only see WWE's resident it couple, The Miz and Maurice. Miz and I have had our issues through the years. That's hardly a secret. But while we don't see eye to eye on many things, I still appreciate what him and his wife have accomplished in their careers. And it would be an honor to attempt to take the it couple label off them and put it on two people who have proven to move the needle, CM Punk and AJ Lee. So let's close this showcase out in style. You've done incredible work to get this far, and now we'll let you choose how it all comes to an end. Miz and Maurice will want to turn in a performance so awesome that it stops us in our tracks. But let's be real here. This world belongs to punks like me and the missus.
Here comes the best couple in the world.
From Chicago, Illinois,
CM Punk and AJ Lee have both accomplished so much as individuals. Both have Hall of Fame credentials in WWE. Both have made their mark outside the business too, but the thing that means most to each of these competitors is standing right next to them. Punk and AJ are at their best together, and they're about to show the world exactly why.
He is the voice of the voiceless, and crazy is her superpower. Both of them are about to make a lot of noise tonight.
Punk and AJ have always felt like they were better than the likes of Miz and Maurice, especially when it comes to competing in WWE. Well, tonight's their chance to prove it.
Now for a real power couple in the form of the It Couple.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the team of Maurice and The Miz.
And this is what it looks like to be truly in sync, to truly be as one, as a partnership, as a team, as a unit. The Miz and Maurice, 100% on the same page, which is more than we can say for CM Punk and AJ Lee.
Look, Punk and AJ may have less experience as a team, but you can't really buy that they're anything less than a cohesive unit. These two really can't get enough of each other, can they?
It's called being happily married. Miz and Maurice are clearly the gold standard when it comes to marital and in-ring bliss. A power couple and tag team truly deserving of the spotlight.
Big-time tag team action underway here as CM Punk and AJ Lee take on The Miz and Maurice.
Yes, and we're about to find out just who is the true ultimate power couple here in WWE.
Well, there's only one It Couple, and no offense, but it's not Punk and AJ. The camera loves Miz and Maurice, and Miz and Maurice know that nothing looks better on camera than beating two of the best in the world.
Nimbly moving into a schoolboy.
Reverses the pin. Shoulders down. Hold it. Oh, reverses it. Shoulders down. And she kicks out.
Not even making it past the 2 count. Still a ways to go here.
AJ Lee recently making her WWE return after a decade away. She spent that time becoming a best-selling author, a TV and movie producer, and getting herself back in the proper mental state to compete again. Seems to have worked as she instantly reinserted herself into the main event scene.
That has to eat at Maurice a bit. Don't get me wrong, Maurice has had some major matches since her retirement, but the vast majority of them have been at the side of her husband. I wonder if we see Maurice put a bit more effort to take command of this match tonight to prove that she can get back to the top of the women's division all by herself.
And since this is standard tag team rules, the men can fight the women and vice versa. How does that change up the strategy in this one? How does AJ's strategy when facing the Miz differ from her strategy facing Maurice? Or all the other combinations we could see in this tag match?
Honestly, these are all 4 high-level championship caliber superstars. They've all done their homework, and none of them are going to hold back, no matter who's standing across the ring from them.
Countering that offense. Don't get me wrong, AJ Lee is her own woman and can fight her own battles, but we've seen in the past that CM Punk will defend his family with every fiber of his being. The Miz, on the other hand, sometimes he makes his wife fight his battles. Hides behind his wife when the fight intensifies.
That's because Miz and Maurice are an equal unit. Why should the man always hold the door open? Or the ring ropes, for that matter?
You call it being equal? I just think Miz can be a chicken sometimes. Running clothesline. Arm breaker.
Looks like AJ is locked in on her opponent. You know what? I'm just going to say it. I believe CM Punk is jealous of The Miz.
Come on, Wade, jealous? Miz is a Grand Slam champion, sure, but Punk has accomplished even more in WWE.
We can compare resumes all day, Cole, but consider this. Everything Punk wanted to do, Miz did first. Miz joined the main roster first. Miz was the face of WWE first. Miz was doing the late-night talk show circuit first. Miz main evented WrestleMania first, and after tonight, Miz will have won their first intergender tag encounter.
Maurice is mostly known today for her reality TV work, but it's easy to forget that she was one of the most dominant competitors of the Divas era.
That she was, Michael Cole. Maurice was the first woman to ever hold the Divas title on more than one occasion, and for the majority of the title's history...
Going for the cover. Denied a 2 count there.
I'm not surprised by that result. Could still be a ways to go here.
Side Russian leg sweep, takedown, and rapid fire rights over and over. Every strike more devastating. Sliding into the cover, looking to end this.
Using the ropes for leverage, that's not right. She breaks the count quick.
Not getting a 2 count at this point has to be frustrating. Punk has said on multiple occasions that he doesn't respect The Miz or how he got his start in WWE. I'm sure AJ Lee feels the same about Maurice.
Punk and Lee got into WWE the traditional way, by competing on the independent circuit for years and paying their dues, while Miz and Maurice took the reality route via Tough Enough and Diva Search, respectively.
Well, as a man who put in years of training but also won the first season of NXT, the truth of the matter is that a real WWE superstar will take any opportunity given to them to get their foot in the door. There's no shame whatsoever in how Miz and Maurice got here, and their success since is proof that it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And the It couple is going to finish strong tonight. Of that, I am sure.
CM Punk stopped that in its tracks.
The list of accolades for Punk and AJ may be a smidge longer, their in-ring skills may be a smidge higher, but there's one aspect of this that the It couple has over their opponents tonight, and it's the most vital one: experience.
As much as it pains me to agree there, Wade, you're right. Miz and Maurice have stood in the ring against some of the top power couples in wrestling at some of the biggest PLEs in WWE history, including Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
And for as long as Punk and AJ have known each other off-screen, they've only tagged together for a few brief matches on Raw. Training together is one thing, competing together is another. Punk and AJ are going to have to be fast learners tonight.
CM Punk looking to cinch in the Anaconda.
And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
Miz fending that off.
High level ability being shown with each of these counters.
Oh, what a kick. Oh, my goodness. What a double-handed shot.
Right to the kidneys from behind.
Had Miz's playbook scouted.
Getting sent to the turnbuckles.
Ooh, great anticipation.
From the second rope.
Sunset flip.
Oh, man.
Hit on CM Punk. He gets the kick out after the one.
You've got to be kidding me. How was he able to kick out at this point?
Totally helpless at the moment. Taken down with a body slam.
Tagged in here.
Boom! Read that one. Oh, what an uppercut. Oh! Uh-oh.
Well-placed punch. Ugly, but effective response.
Adjusting their opponent against the turnbuckle.
Is victory close?
Oh, turning it around, changes it.
Oh, wait a minute. Turns the leverage for a pin of their own. Kicks out before the 2 count.
Somehow able to kick out before a 2 count. How are they still going like this? Hand on the trigger, ready for the final blow.
Kick gets caught. In the dragon screw. Game changer.
And it should come as no surprise that these 4 superstars are putting on an absolute tag team clinic right now. The disdain both these power couples have for each other, and just how much each of these superstars love to be the... CM Punk now connects with a Uranagi,
and he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission.
Placing her against the quick tag in the corner. Now some double team offense incoming. From the top rope. And unfortunately for the It couple, CM Punk and AJ Lee are completely in the driver's seat now.
AJ ready to end things.
Hold on, she could be looking for a submission move here.
Black Widow. Locked in. Almost a miraculous escape and a side slam. We had to know that an all-star tag team match like this would eventually become an all-timer. AJ and Punk, Maurice and Miz, neither team backing down.
All 4 of these superstars are truly as stubborn as they are talented, and the WWE Universe gets to reap the benefits.
Oh, what an axe handle.
Things are getting risky. This will not end well.
Nasty. The hardest part of the ring. And now thrown back into the ring.
Hard-hitting calf kick finds its mark.
Figure 4 leg lock applied.
Making the save, getting their partner out of the hold. He's looking poised to finish Punk off. Kick to the gut creates separation.
He has been battered and beaten, and there's only so much more he can take.
Boom! That kick will stop you in your tracks. Boom! Oh! Oh, look at this. Out to the apron. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me? On the apron! The hardest part of the ring. You can see the dismay on the face of The Miz.
Yeah, the It Couple spotlight's really being dimmed right now. Punk and AJ are absolutely rolling.
Tagging in his teammate.
In off the tag.
Miz just teeing off with the It kicks repeatedly. Finishing.
And it's Miz looking for the win. Just escapes defeat.
The Miz looking to cinch in the figure 4 leg lock.
Submission hold, lock.
And that's it. It's over.
Here are your winners.
And this should be one hell of a tag team match. The brash CM Punk and AJ Lee taking on the cocky Miz and Maurice. Two teams, not just in this matchup, but in life as well, who couldn't be more different from one another.
It's that blue-collar, scratch-and-claw mentality versus the mentality of having the spotlight and only the finest things in life. Really, it's a tale as old as time.
CM Punk and AJ Lee truly don't like The Miz and Maurice, and believe me, the feeling is mutual. Now all four of these superstars have the chance to let those feelings out in a good old-fashioned tag team match player.
Don't get me wrong, AJ Lee is her own woman and can fight her own battles, but we've seen in the past that CM Punk will defend his family with every fiber of his being. The Miz, on the other hand, sometimes he makes his wife fight his battles. Hides behind his wife when the fight intensifies.
That's because Miz and Maurice are an equal unit. Why should the man always hold the door open? Or the ring ropes, for that matter?
You call it being equal? I just think Miz can be a chicken sometimes. A lot of variables at play in this intergender tag match. All four competitors have been subject to mixed tag rules before, where the men could only fight the men and vice versa. But tonight, intergender fighting is allowed.
And I know both Maurice and AJ Lee have that chip on their shoulder. Maurice has always looked down on CM Punk and would love nothing more than hurting the best in the world. Let's not forget that AJ Lee used to be general manager of Raw, where Miz was a constant nuisance. Now she can let her frustration out without any fear of professional retribution.
Fighting back against Miz. Maurice is mostly known today for her reality TV work, but it's easy to forget that she was one of the most dominant competitors in the Divas era.
That she was, Michael Cole. Maurice was the first woman to ever hold the Divas title on more than one occasion, and for the majority of the title's history, she was the longest reigning title holder at 211 days.
But that record was surpassed by the other woman in this match, AJ Lee. So not only is AJ Lee a better competitor in the women's division, she's a better diva too.
And Miz now finding himself on the wrong side of momentum.
Yeah, the It Couple spotlight's really being dimmed right now. Punk and AJ are absolutely rolling.
And he finds a way to elude that attack.
Punk has said on multiple occasions that he doesn't respect The Miz or how he got his start in WWE. I'm sure AJ Lee feels the same about Maurice.
Punk and Lee got into WWE the traditional way. by competing on the independent circuit for years and paying their dues, while Miz and Maurice took the reality route via Tough Enough and Diva Search, respectively.
Well, as a man who put in years of training but also won the first season of NXT, the truth of the matter is that a real WWE superstar will take any opportunity given to them to get their foot in the door. There's no shame whatsoever in how Miz and Maurice got here, and their success since is proof that it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And the It couple is going to finish strong tonight. Of that, I am sure.
Catches the leg. AJ Lee recently making her WWE return after a decade away. She spent that time becoming a best-selling author, a TV and movie producer, and getting herself back in the proper mental state to compete again. It seems to have worked as she instantly reinserted herself into the main event scene.
That has to eat at Maurice.
The shoulders are down. Fending off a 2 count there.
That may have been an easy kick out, but they'll surely get harder as this match continues.
Place against the turnbuckle.
Close line in the corner. In off the tag.
A reversal. He saw that coming.
You know what? I'm just going to say it. I believe CM Punk is jealous of The Miz.
Come on, Wade. Jealous? Miz is the Grand Slam champion, sure, but Punk has accomplished even more in WWE.
We can compare resumes all day, Cole, but consider this. Everything Punk wanted to do, Miz did first. Miz joined the main roster first. Miz was the face of WWE first. Miz was doing the late-night talk show circuit first. Miz main evented WrestleMania first, and after tonight, Miz will have won their first intergender tag encounter.
She gets put in the corner.
Quick tag in the corner. Now some double team offense incoming. From the top rope, diving elbow drop. And unfortunately for the It couple, CM Punk and AJ Lee.
It could be all over.
There it is. Punk and AJ get the win.
Emotional wins of their collective careers, CM Punk and AJ Lee proved themselves tonight. For Lee, she proved she deserves to be back on top of the women's division after a long hiatus. For Punk, he proved he's the true face of WWE. And even though his biggest battles were on his own, and Punk famously said that he's not here to make friends, this industry is what gave him what matters most, his family.
CM Punk has had so many knives put in his back, so many acrimonious splits. When it comes to those who ride for Punk, he will stand by their side.
Truly, truly fantastic. Facing a litany of all-time WWE greats, crossing through time and space itself, testing out new technology, we've experienced a showcase like no other and had a huge part in how it all ended up. How does it feel? What are you even talking into? I'm not holding a microphone, man. You gamers are weird, you know that? The classics never get old. Seriously, though, you should be proud of what you've accomplished here. Showcase built its name on ideals of honor and legacy and tradition and greatness, and I think I did them all justice here today. When we honor the past, when we keep the names of legends alive long after they're gone, we show respect to them for their own journeys. And here in the WWE 2K26 Showcase, I know we did things a little differently. Hell, there's some people out there that choose to do a full gauntlet instead of taking it one step at a time. Insanity, but that's the point. We only get one go. And if you don't do it as authentically as possible, if you don't do it your way, And why even bother? I built my entire career on that approach. Some love it, some don't, but you can't win them all. And if you try, you will drive yourself crazy. So always do what's in your heart. Always. Thank you for letting me do the whole 2K showcase a little differently. Thank you for always having my back. And thank you for showing that a true underground kid can one day be the most mainstream success, as long as they stay true to themselves. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a dog waiting for me.